night shift cutie at the truck stop knows my name. Threw the candle in the midnight oil and lit up the honky-tonk highway. I see the sun come up, cause I ain't been to bed. Gonna have my name cut into a stone when I lay my head. No rest for the wicked, at least for a few 100 miles. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, I'm running wild. Always been a runner, never been one for settling down. Spent my life in the backwoods looking for ways out of a one-horse town. I found a 6-string ticket and jumped that westbound train. I only slowed down long enough to stand up on that stage. Cloud 9 is a cloud of dust for the next 1,000 miles. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild. Mama, I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild. I'm running with the devil, rolling down the road, riding on the storm, living like I'm dying slow. Headlights in the fast lane is my home away from home. If there's light after this tunnel, I'm gonna be the first to know. No slowing down, no looking back, no staying for a while. I'm pedal down and right on track, I'm ready for this ride. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. And I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild, oh, I'm running wild, I'm running wild.
It's hotter than the blacktop in July, sweating like a sinner in a church, and I just wanna get out with my crew tonight and shoot at the lights. Got a couple 40s full of hops and fun, looking for a good time, gotta live it up. Leave behind the city, hop inside my truck. No, we don't give up. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Hey, looks wild, but you know we're right at home. The louder the better, cause with us anything goes. Life of the party, we're the feature of the show. You already know. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Oh tonight, yeah, let's get rowdy. to turn up, we're up to get down. Saying, hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down. Saying, hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight.
just west of the river. Mississippi mud running in my veins. And on the road is where I found freedom. And hotel rooms is where I found peace. I spent my whole life running my world. It's gonna be a long way home. And it's gonna take my heart and soul, my heart and soul.
Welcome in, guys. Glad to see everyone in chat as we get started. Let's take a quick look. Start at the top. Mike, welcome in. Roderick, Hig, Roots, Andrew. So a couple new ones. Blogstar is here. Ag Lab. Yes, we do live stream. I do live stream now. We're giving it a whirl, and so far the boys haven't been able to scare me off yet, but we're having a lot of fun doing it. So wanted to start real quick like we did last episode in December and just get you guys a quick update. Then we're going to fly right into January. So not a lot changed overnight. Well, between live streams, did put in a new shed over here. The plan is Andrew, thank you. I'm doing great, man. How are you guys? Everyone's doing well? Little Sunday afternoon stream for me, some evenings, some nights. Yep, good, good. So we put in a new shed. I told you guys at the beginning I wanted to do some of the Seed Pro boxes. So I'm excited to get on that today. So I built this shed. This is going to be our seed fertilizer shed. I brought our little Fendt telehandler back, and I did get a new front loader for the stone quarry. But other than that, did some landscaping, put in some fences, tried to sort of neaten everything up a little bit, give our farmyard a little bit more of a finished look. If you guys remember, there was a manure heap over here, and I was redoing some of the landscaping, and I figured if I put it over here next to Fendt Prison, is what we're going to call this barn over here, then it will reach, if you see down in the bottom right hand corner, this will auto feed our oil and our grain greenhouses. So these two greenhouses right here will draw manure from this manure heap automatically and save us from running back and forth. So the Fent's still in prison, at least for a little bit. We did get a bunch of animals. I went through, I think I had to reset the animal dealer, like, I couldn't even tell you, 30 times to get some good quality animals. So we have 48 pigs now. Interested to see what happens over with the pigs overnight. And I went back to just Angus cattle. I want to do Angus on this one. I don't know why, but I do. But we're up to 14 Angus cattle. So we're going to, again, see what happens overnight. But starting to get the stuff going. Nuke's in the chat. Welcome in, Nuke. Blogstar 3:30 a.m. for me here in Australia, buddy. That is, I appreciate you being here, but don't stay up for me. Got to get some sleep. I did get all of our vehicles, our trailers, our vehicles, our implements. I think everything except for like the headers, and maybe it's only this corn header, now has a parking spot. So where you see everything, I'll jump in a vehicle here and show you guys real quick. Actually, where's the truck? Let's go in the truck. I went through and did all the auto drive to get all that stuff in its own spot. So here we are. You can see the truck's got a parking spot, the tanker's got a parking spot, the trailer behind it has a parking spot. Everything can now be parked up nice and neat on the farm. I'm out here, and the auto drive network has gotten a little bit bigger since we left last time, but absolutely everything now has a place, which is great. Even got our root tipper from the parsnip incident last live stream into its own spot. So that's going to be it for December. Wanted to get you guys all caught up. Oh, you work night shift. Yeah, switching back and forth. When I was a fireman, I did 24-hour shifts, which were different, but I thought those were way better than night shifts, because our cops, when I worked there, had to rotate. They did 8s, so there was like morning, afternoon, and night, and having to switch up and go to bed at different times every couple weeks is absolutely brutal. Nuke, you know exactly what we're talking about with the incident with the parsnips. You guys thought you were going to get me to do some parsnips, and it was going to be great, and then it turned into absolutely nothing. It was not a big deal. We got it done and had a lot of fun doing it. So, all right, heading into January. Yeah, Hig came in swinging. First opening chat line, hashtag free the Fent. I did see that, Hig. Hig, how did the rest of the bean harvest go? Is that something that we expected to have done like by the end of this week, or is it so big that it's just ongoing? Because I know you had some bad weather the first day, but look, you guys were working late into the night the other night. We did make money, Nuke. It was actually worked out quite well. Mike, that 80 setup is insanity. You know, you just go one piece at a time. Oh, Roots, welcome to Horizontal, bud. There was some comments last time. The vertical gets a little spicy. That's if you're looking for some entertainment, the vertical chat can be a good time. It's not very active, but when it is, it tends to be it tends to be a good time. So, all right, so finish up our quick farm tour. The only thing I didn't get done that we talked about last episode was I talked about moving this farm node here for when we send stuff back, and I haven't figured out exactly where I want to send it yet, but having it at the entrance to the farm means if I send one vehicle here. Joseph, welcome in. If we send vehicles back to the farm node, then it blocks everything else from getting back to their spot. So we need to come up with a way to do that. So what I want to start with this morning, and man, we made some money overnight. Weren't we at like 211,000 when we went to bed? I'm going to turn off the auto drive network because it's a lot when we're not using it. I want to start with heading. I want to send the Ram or the 1 ton down to the shop, and I want to pick up some Pro boxes. I want you guys, I want your input on this. So think about this while we're sending the Ram down there. So the Pro boxes, if you guys are unfamiliar, have seed names on them. I'll show you what I mean. I got one box, one Pro box over here that I got just to have going. So let's send him down to the shop. And I believe it was Mike. Mike, were we talking about folders? We're going to do folders tonight. Or today, this afternoon. So the Pro boxes have a seed label on them. So this one says barley. Now, the seeds are the seeds. Just because they're labeled barley doesn't actually mean they're barley. And I actually tried to see if I could get the seed add-on mod to work with the Pioneer Pro boxes and try to actually have like barley seeds, wheat seeds, corn, like everything is its own seed. So we can't really do that. I tried it. It doesn't work. It's not, they don't interact, the two mods. So what I want to do is I want to go down and buy the seed for the stuff we're going to plant and then use the specific bins for like when we plant corn, we fill with corn. When we plant barley, we plant with barley. Hey, Farmhand Andy, welcome in, buddy. Herman, didn't see you sneak in here ever, or either. Andrew, carrots forever. Yeah, absolutely. Hig, we're still waiting. 2 green still even after spraying. They headed out, try again since Friday. Gotcha. So, not an unexpected outcome with the bean harvest, just sort of the way it works. Joseph, I think I saw you come in, but if I didn't, welcome in. So you guys think about how we want to handle the seeds, and by handling, I mean, so right now our planter has seeds in it, and I haven't changed it, and it's set to barley. So the idea is like that these are barley seeds. I'm not exactly sure how we get rid of the barley seeds and then put in corn, which is probably what we're going to plant next. I don't know if maybe we just dump the seeds and sell them, because getting them back in there. Hey, Tyler, welcome in. It's going well. Hope it's going well with you too, bud. I'm wondering, what do we do with the seeds when we take them out to put in the right seeds? So think about that, guys. We'll go down and meet the 1 ton at the shop and pick up Pro boxes. But I want to do something from like a role play aspect with the seeds. So it forces us to use the telehandler and sort of rotate seeds and prep for fields. All of Higgs' posts about getting things gassed up and tanks to the fields and equipment here and there, like the logistics of getting the stuff set up, has given me a lot of ideas, and I'm intrigued to try it out. So, Rod, it does. It does. So we can reuse the boxes. So we could put down like a bulk fill station once they're empty and just refill them, which is the thought. Like maybe we'll load the empty containers onto the trailer, drive down to the shop, have a bulk fill down there, or maybe we'll put in like a seed haul type thing and go from there, and then we can refill them. It's just how do we rotate the seeds out? I mean, I guess we have to put them into a silo, right? Hey, Skeptic Cowboy, welcome in. I am great, bud. How are you? Farmhand Andy, good to know. I haven't played with him before. I'm excited to give it a try. So while we're sort of chatting here and getting the day going, I want to look. Did do a couple of contracts last night as well. So we did what are these? Cultivating? I have to remember what we did here. Let's see. Yep. Oh, harvesting. No, we did harvesting. That's right. How did these not get collected? I didn't think we did harvesting contracts last night, but hey, we did somewhere. All right, no new contracts. That is interesting. We'll give that a minute to go. Oh, you know what it is? had it on 0 time to get started for the stream. Got to get time going, let that pass for a minute. So maybe we can get them in now. Couple of new contracts. There we go. Harvesting. Imagine that. Just imagine, guys. More root crops. Rod, I was thinking empty the planter into pallets and dump the pallets back into the respective pro boxes. Oh, okay, yeah. Because we have the pallet mod, too. So we could literally take the Fent, right, and grab the pallets as they empty and put them back in. Found handy. I have a separate shed for seeds type similar to what you're doing and only use one set for certain seedings. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the idea, guys. I like that. Like I said, I wanted to sort of role play a little bit with the seeds. I was really hoping the seed add-on was going to play well with ProBox, but the problem with the seed add-on is you only get so many planters and seeders and equipment that it works with, and with the size stuff we're doing, we got to do more than that. So let's do a couple of things. I want to jump in and check the sale this morning. There's been a lot of discussion in the Discord about some of the sale mods. Don't know what you guys are experiencing, but the vehicle sales system customizer mod, which is one I started using, has started having problems. Rod, I know, introduced me to the extreme sales, used sales mod. I switched over to that, had a little bit of success with that for a little while, and then that started giving me trouble as well. So not having any issues on this map right now, but it sounds like, Rod, you were having issues on Dakota with that mod. I was having them on New Frontier, so it's not a map-specific thing. It's definitely something to do with the mod itself. So if you're having that problem, let us know. All right, I want to buy a truck. That's what we're going to start with. iCloud game for now, so no sale mod, but PC in the week. Can't wait. Oh, a week farmhand, Andy. That's got to be exciting. All right, here is one of my favorite mods, or from one of my favorite modders. We have the T800 farm truck that has the tipper bed on the back. This is from FS Canada. There is a Kenworth version. There is an international or maybe a Pete version. These are really, really cool and well done. Love. Let's see what we got here. Got the wides. Definitely go with the wides. Got some fenders on the back. Oh, I like those. We're going to be using this to haul rocks. Trailer hitch on the back. Yep, got that. Don't know that we'll need it. Tag axle. Yeah, let's do a tag axle. We're going to be hauling stones. Primary color. I think the red looks good. Design color. What happens if we make more things red? Not a huge fan of that. Not the worst, but not the best. Secondary paint black, and then rims. Are we actually on chrome? Yeah, that looks sharp, right? What if we do a black box? Or like an onyx, like darken it up a little bit. No, that's not it. Light gray? Yeah, I like that. Makes chrome pop a little bit more. Let's see. Rod, yep, Extreme was even messing up with no other mods on Riverbend. Yeah, so the sales system modifiers are... We're going to buy this, guys, $36,850. The sales system modifiers are definitely causing some issues in there. Not sure what that's going on. Where's the Richie version? Hig, I would run that on every single game save I have. If someone would put Hig's Richie, what is it, feed and seed or seed and something else truck in the game, I would run that all the time. That thing is the sweetest little truck. I love that truck. Getting us some new mods here. Cultivating for 131K. This is what we were hoping for, guys. We're going to accept this contract. Okay, Hig, for you guys here, we are going to free the Fent because we're going to put it back to work. Now, the Fent has some bad habits. It doesn't always behave, so we may have to be ready for some bad behavior out of the Fent, but we'll let it out, send it down to a cultivating contract. Let's see. Hey, I downloaded Logan Smith. Welcome in. I don't know if I saw you come in, bud. Hey, I downloaded this on my PC from Xbox app, but it won't let me download my mods from outside of the game. You know why? So you're playing Farm Sim through your Xbox account. Is that what you're saying? I do wonder if the mod network links that way. I would think that they would be separate mod caches. I'm not sure that they would actually cross over, so that may just be the case, that they don't actually cross over, but I have not experienced that. What mod is that International Day Cab? Let's go back and look, Mike. I think you're talking about this one right here. That is the Plains and Prairie, if that's the one you're talking about. So that's one of the DLC trucks. Comes in the standard day cab, has a high-rise sleeper, has the aero parts on top, basically, back to the day cab. 370 horsepower all the way up to 315. It's got some fairing stuff. Aero parts if you're in Europe, fairing stuff back here. I like the painted versus plastic, like quick switch, because if you're looking for a work truck, plastic is pretty cool. So you got some bonus mirrors, sun shield stuff, and then obviously your main color and your rim color here, and there's some nice colors in here. So that is the Plains and Prairies Pack DLC. Hig going for some trees. Good luck. Herman Killer, but how fast? Too fast. It's going to be bad. Where do you get your mods from? Jacoby, welcome in. I do a lot on the Mod Hub. I use King Mods, and then whenever possible, Jacoby, I am always on. I try to go to modders' itch.io's, their Discords, their Facebook pages, or their GitHub pages, because if we can support modders directly, we really should. And I'm not saying that everyone needs to give modders money to download their mods, whatever you're comfortable doing, but even just going to their sites really helps. And there are a lot of modders out there who fight really, really hard to get their mods onto Mod Hub and get their updates on there, but it is a process. So, you guys, I'm not saying that Field 84, which is the contract we picked up, is it? No, we picked up 131. Yeah, well, 84 still seems to think it's a contract. I was going to say it was meant to be, but I think, yeah, I left the cultivator over there. So we're going to have to go to Field 84 stage and go pick it up. So Field 84 stage, send him off. And while he's doing that, let's head to the shop. Here is the new Kenworth farm truck, looking sharp. I called the transition from the headlands. Roderick, that's not nice to bet against my vehicles. Merv, welcome in. Don't know that I saw you jump in. This is your first post. Welcome, buddy. Hope you're having a great day. Any way to put mods in folders to simplify switching between maps? Absolutely, Merv. That's how I run it. So I have a mod folder on my desktop that's not part of the game for each of the maps that I play. And I put all of my mods in. Hey, guys, the snow mask on this road looks really good. The frost and on the trees. Look at that. And then all I do, Merv, is I go in there and I copy and paste or cut and paste all the mods out of the Farm Sim mod folder, paste them back into the folder on my desktop. So, like, I have this one is Backcountry Roads, and I've got the Judith Plains playthrough for 555, the Reels to Cattle Ranch on Sunshine Forest. And then I just go to whichever folder I want to play. I copy all the mods, I paste them in the mod folder to load up, and keeps it nice and neat and clean. So hopefully that answers your question there, Merv. I've been looking all over for that. A shame it's in the DLC. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it you know, I get it. You put nice things in the DLC, though, that's how it's going to work. Lane, welcome in, bud. Glad to have you. Matt, welcome in. Hey, Matt, kind words. Really appreciate it. Both, hey, Lane, Matt, Merv, all you new guys in here. So glad to have you. Peyton, welcome in. How do you get map mods? Peyton, I'm not sure I understand the question. As far as, like, required mods for maps, like this one, there are a couple of sheds. There should be an option to auto-download those when you go to open the map. So you should not have to do that. Now, if you're downloading the map from a third-party mod site, and there's a link to those mods. You may have to download them on your own, so it depends on where you're getting your map from. But if that doesn't answer your question, just let me know. What other things did I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, Rod, the master of mods, who's in chat today. Thank you, Rod, for everything you do. All you guys are great. Pointed out that Arrow just released a GitHub-only, essentially a patch to the 1.2.0.2 realistic livestock mod. I think we're at 1.2.03. Yeah. The FS Canada modding crew, all their trucks, the sounds are amazing. But Arrow did put out an update on his GitHub that is not on ModHub. And so we know the 1.0.2 or the 1.2.0.2 that I did the video on is not on ModHub, but there were some issues. And apparently one of them was that castrated animals were able to reproduce, so that was fixed too. So if you are playing with realistic livestock in, which I am on this save and a bunch of others, go to Arrow's GitHub page and get that downloaded. Farm Sim Man, welcome in. We are on Back Roads County 4X from American Modding. Glad to have you. Here is our New Holland loader. We had the Fent down here to do some loading with the stones, and I wanted the Fent back up at the farm. We do have an unrealistic capacity bucket on this guy. Holds 75,000 liters, because as much as I like using the Farmstick, loading 5,000 to 8,000 liters at a time is not quite where I'm at mentally yet. I don't think I cranked this one all the way up to 75,000 liters. This one, I believe, I did the capacity at 25,000 liters. So with our truck holding 150,000 liters, we should be able to load this in, what would that be, 6 full buckets. So let's go ahead and see how this setup works. This type of task is just about perfect for the Farmstick, assuming we can get the triggers to line up. Let's see. Why are we not emptying here, guys? Well, that's why you test things before you bring them in the game. Let's see. Detach, open. Yeah, we got all the things. We don't have any other options. All the way up. All the way down. We're not getting the empty trigger. Oh, you want to know what it is? I know what it is. No. This truck doesn't take rocks. It's not a multi-fruit. That's on me. Let's go check the store, but I bet you this one does not take rocks. And I did not jump in and throw rocks in as something we could unload. So I may have to go in and modify that for next time. But let's check the store real quick. Yeah, I'm almost positive it doesn't take rocks because it is the farm truck. Yep, only takes crops. So I'll have to add stones to that. Not a big deal. We'll find something else to pull that'll do rocks, and we have all of our regular trucks and trailers that will handle it as well. So we'll run this guy back up to the farm and go from there. Merv, big help, absolutely happy to. Miro, welcome in. Fent driver put glue in your bucket. Yeah, the Fent driver would do that, wouldn't he? He's almost as bad as your John Deere driver, Rod. Yeah, Hig, you nailed it. You probably got it out before I even figured it out. Peyton, we're loading stones in. We need to make some lime for one of our productions. Yeah, Blogstar nailed it too. Excellent. New subscriber, Isaac, welcome in. Appreciate the subscription. The Fent driver getting his payback. You guys. Peyton, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that as well. Let's put in, while we're here real quick, let's just put in the auto drive course we're going to need for this area anyways. And I'll make a note to add that in there. Hey, Farmhand Andy, thank you for stopping in. Absolutely. Hope you have a great time with the family. Have a great rest of your day. All right, so auto drive. We just want to put in a quick, easy two-way course here. Make sure that first note is going forward. Yep, we are good. One of the things we should go over with auto drive one of these nights, if you guys, someone have to remind me. 9/11, welcome in. One of the things we should go over, guys, at some point, if you guys remind me, or I'll try to remember, is we should get some of the auto drive pre-mades, like the intersections, the parking, all that kind of stuff, and go over how to put those in, because those are nice. If you're getting into auto drive, and like I know when I did the Dakota 4X map, when I started, I did not download an auto drive network when I played that one, so I put in all my own auto drive network. And having the intersections to fill in the ones that weren't there was really, really nice as well. Hey, Nuke, no worries, buddy. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, keep the wife happy. Happy wife, happy life. All right, we're going to send him back to the store, back to the farm. Let's go grab some Pro boxes at the shop. We'll load them with auto load here, but we'll do the unload there. So we know we're going to have corn to plant. So come down here into the pallets, and we'll grab the Pioneer Pro Box bulk seed container. $1,500 holds 15 bushels, 1,586 liters. So corn, I think we want to grab one. Wish we could get multiple of these. 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to need 6 or 8 of these. And then we have barley in there as well. One more corn. Do we have... I know they're not parsnip seeds, but do we have parsnip in here? All right, so that we're going to have to figure something out how we want to handle that. So we'll grab our corn seed. We're going to take it back up to the farm and get it put away in our seed shed. I'm liking the snow here in January. Makes the map look nice. Oh, and they're not pallet options. What I get caught up on here? Already finished, bro. Anyone see if the fence free yet? I have no wife, and I have a very happy life blog star. Hilarious. Nuke got lucky and got a good one when she asked for something. I agree, Nuke. I'm in the same situation. They don't ask for much when they do. Keep them happy. Peyton, I gotta go. Peyton, great to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you have a great rest of your day. All right, so we need something down here to load because those are not going to load themselves because they don't actually qualify as pallets for auto load. So let's grab ourselves a telehandler. I like the Manitou. I think that's a fun one. Rim color. Perfect. 106,000. Burning through money. All right. We should check and see. We'll check on the Fent just for you guys. We'll check and see if the Fent made it to where it's supposed to be. Okay. The Fent so far today has been very well behaved. This is one of the things that we're going to get into during harvesting season and or planting season. But one of the things you can do with auto drive that I find to be very helpful is set staging routes for your vehicles. So down here, because I did some field work, I harvested field 84. I put this loop out here called 84 stage. And you can send all your vehicles here. They get off the road and basically stage your harvester, your transporter, your grain truck, your whatever you got. And just send it all down here and then organize it from here. And then you actually put a loop in that goes to the field for your field side truck that you're going to fill, that the grain carts are going to empty into, and you go from there. But that gives us a place off the road to get all that stuff done. So we'll loop some of those in when we get back to harvest season, because I want to try to get as much of this on auto drive as possible. So where are we headed? Field 131. Where is 131? Right, that's the contract field we have. Yep, 131 right down here. All right, so we've got a waypoint fairly close. We've got one down here, and we've got one over here. So let's send them to field 128, and we'll put another one in once we get closer. Field 128, off he goes. All right, we'll see if the Fendt can do two things without getting itself into trouble. You never do know. All right, back to the shop. Let's get those corn seed pallets loaded up. We have our new Manitou loader. If you guys are not familiar with the park vehicle mod, it is really, really helpful on playthroughs like this where you have a lot of different vehicles. So what it does essentially is it takes it out of the rotation. So if I open up the menu, you look down at the bottom, it says Control T Park Vehicles. So if I hit Control T now, and I'll show you guys first. So if I switch to the previous vehicle, I come over to this one. I switch back to the Manitou, I'm here. So I'm just switching through my vehicles. This is all the easy, normal stuff. If I hit Control T and I park the Manitou, I go back to our farm truck, and then I go straight to the JCB. I skip the Manitou altogether. So if you have vehicles you don't want to be scrolling through, like if you have, let's say like the Manitou, a skid steer, a telehandler, something like that at the shop that you don't want to be scrolling through when you're trying to find vehicles, just park it, and then you can still get access to it. It's still here, and it's still working. You just have to click on it directly or get a vehicle near it. But I can still use it, but it doesn't show up in your vehicle rotation. So that is a really nice feature that I play with and I enjoy quite a bit. Download a course play, going to watch a tutorial after stream and try to learn this magic. Nuke, if you haven't played with it before, I think you will like it a lot. It is a very, very nice mod. Huge quality of life for PC players. And we should have... Interesting. There we go. I said we should have an extend on this. There we are. And we'll track a little bit. Got it. See if we can't load this thing up all on one side just to get it to be a little tippy. Make the drive back a little bit more enjoyable. Noah, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, Mike, I agree. The course play stuff, it's great. It can be challenging. The thing that I think at this stage that I find most challenging about course play is the variation between vehicles. So as an example, like you drive up, you set a course, like I take the 1-ton Dodge here. And I go set up a course, and I get everything I want, and I pull in, and it parks whatever I want to park perfectly, or it goes to the perfect destination. Then I send, a semi-truck to the same place, and it totally follows a different path when it makes the turns, because it turns inside the course, outside the course, all that kind of stuff just makes it challenging trying to set it up. So that's why I try to have all my parking courses done by the same vehicle. So if you're parking it, if you're parking your Cedar with your John Deere, always have the John Deere park it, because the individual vehicles follow the course with slight variations, and that's the part that drives me nuts. You run a course 100 times and there's no issues, and you send another vehicle to do the same thing, and it turns wide and is hitting every building and everything else, and you're adjusting it, then it doesn't work for the other one. So you have to be a little careful with that stuff to make sure you're consistent in regards to which vehicles you use. We're going to try some in-cab. I think it's probably going to go poorly. Yep, first one right in, almost pushed you off the back end. Let's get that down. I think that needs a little snug. How is the mic volume tonight, guys? I made some changes. I don't know what happened, but I did a recording after that last live stream when you guys were saying the mic got quiet, and I had to change my gain quite a bit. So let me know if the mic volume is low again. Nothing should have changed in my settings, but I had to add a bunch of gain to my mic to get it back to where it was. Okay, sounds good. Okay, excellent. Yeah, I appreciate you guys telling me all that stuff, because like I said, I didn't change a single setting between the last streams and my last recordings, and when you guys said it, and then I made some adjustments, and then I went to record, and it was half the volume it had been. So, are we able to grab it on this side? We are. Okay, perfect. Sounds good to everybody. So either you're all deaf or I actually sound good. We'll figure that out later. Alright, so the Manitou got everything loaded. I'm going to go put this down by the shop. And remember, we did park this vehicle, so it is now out of the rotation as far as vehicles we can switch to automatically, which is nice so that we don't have to worry about it. It's about 50-50 between the game. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I think we turned the game volume down previously as well, so. What are we doing in the menu here, guys? What even happened there? That was a weird one. Alright, we got some straps on our proceed boxes. We even have the strap for the upper deck up here. You guys see that one? No upper deck there. Tyler, welcome in. The RAM mod, it's a great question. It is, I'm 90% sure I got it on King Mods. All of my mods for this live stream series are listed in the Discord under the stream channel. There's a Google Sheet, so you can check it out there, but I'm fairly certain this one came from King Mods. I don't think it came directly from, it definitely is not on the Mod Hub, and did not come from like an itch.io or a GitHub site directly, I'm pretty sure. So, and there's our really loud trailer bouncing around all over the place. Just a little bit of January farm work, getting stocked up on seed for our spring planting of corn. Gonna run a contract or two, trying to see what else I did. Oh, Mike, I got a good one for you. When we get back to the farm, I got a good course plate one I want to show you guys. So I set up the greenhouses to have a watering route, and this is a fun one. So John, welcome in over on Twitch. Glad to have you. Yep, still brought that guy back to the farm. Still got him in the wrong spot. Still need to fix that. So let's put this guy here. That is heavy to get stopped. Dodge was not happy. All right. So one of the things you guys, as you're getting into the course play stuff, and again, I just share the trials and tribulations I've had, because beating your head against the wall with no issue. We have 3 months, Mike. I don't even want to know what you guys are planning. 3 months. So we have our water truck here. Oh, a vintage, Herman? You know, I've looked at that, because like I know Daggerwin has done that type of thing, and his stuff, I mean, his vintage farm playthrough series was incredible. I don't feel like there's a lot of vintage mods out there. I mean, obviously you don't need a ton, but you know, it just, I don't feel like there's a lot of options out there for that stuff. So maybe I need to look harder. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's always fun. Or like a low horsepower. Not exactly like what I did with the Homestead series, but, you know, limit your horsepower. Some guys do like a 100 horsepower challenge where the whole thing has to be under 100 horsepower. So, absolutely. Kieran, welcome in. Glad to have you. So, I set watering checkpoints on our alternate course, or our secondary course here. You can see GH1, GH2, GH3, GH4. Rod, the mod master, he says they're out there, so I believe him. And so this will, you can come through and you can just, you know, obviously you can set up. So let's say we want to fill at the farm water. We want to empty at greenhouse 1. The first one we want to do water. You can set that, and then you can use this little box down here. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner, it's very small. I wish there was a way to make that box actually bigger or zoom in on it on stream. But you can change the number of rounds. That sort of infinity symbol is how many times it'll do the loop. So you just set to like 8 or 10, whatever it's going to take to make sure it's full. So one of the challenges with a setup like this can be, so we go ahead and we set him off. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so he's going to go fill with water. And he'll come back. And he'll fill up. But one of the issues can be when you have that many triggers that close, you can have overlap where it starts looking for the trigger to the first greenhouse or the second greenhouse before it gets there, and it actually picks up a different trigger. So you keep dumping into the very first greenhouse. You never get to the second one on your auto drive course because it's looking for the trigger too soon. Oh, the Fent gate is going to be a problem. Fent prison. Bullying our delivery truck. So we'll send this guy through. And this particular one did not have any issues. But if you do have issues, we'll wait for it to finish up and get to here. If you do have issues, you can adjust how far it looks ahead or behind for the triggers. Crash 1. And it's the fence fault, Hig. Alright, so we're emptying here. It's probably not going to take the whole thing because they were pretty full last night. But if it was not finding the right trigger, you can come into your settings and you can go to vehicle and, or is it general? It could take me a minute to find it here. Maximum trigger distance. This is the field you're looking for. So if you start, like if I set this to 50 and I jump back out here, let's apply it. All right, and it comes through here. Here, I'll force it to, I'll see if I can get it to make a mistake. So I'm going to reset it so that it is trying to get to the second greenhouse. So now we're trying to get to GH2, which is our second greenhouse. And I'm wondering if I have it set far enough up. Now, this is the problem when you have an auto drive course this big. It always finds the wrong point to start from. Come on, fill up. You can do it. So if I increase that trigger search distance, it may, and 50 meters might be enough, it'll actually empty into greenhouse 1 over here at the top instead of coming down here to greenhouse 2. I'm clicking on the dots, making the dots blue. So we'll let it fill up real quick and we'll take a look and see. But if you're having problems with multiple productions or multiple tip points being close together, reduce or increase your trigger search area in the settings. So that is down here under general, under your general settings, your maximum trigger distance, which is the distance to target at which the triggers are detected and activated. So basically what it's saying is it's looking for any trigger to dump water in near that greenhouse 2 point, and it'll start looking 50 meters before it. So we'll see if we can get it to make the error now. Nuke, ever finished mowing that base? Rod has actually done a lot of contracts. He finished the grass, he's done some fertilizing, he's done a bunch of stuff. He's bought a couple tractors. Rod, did you buy that, was it Field 68 or 69 you were looking at buying? Did you buy that one yet? Oh, Mike. It's just because I beat my head against the wall. Crash 1, Higgs. Like I said, it was a fence fall. Just trying to enjoy nature. So it's not after the system gets too big. It's just, and I'll show you what I mean here in one sec, Nuke. Oh, you just bought 69 rod? Awesome. So here we're trying to make it have an error, guys. So it's supposed to go to greenhouse 2, which is the second tip point. But I set the trigger distance to 50 meters, so it may catch the first one. We're gonna, yep, see? We're emptying at the first greenhouse, but we're supposed to be going to the second greenhouse. And that can be really aggravating because it just keeps stopping and not working. Now, Courseplay thinks it's found the trigger that you want it to find near greenhouse 2. Obviously, we have not found it. We're still at greenhouse 1. It's going to keep driving. It'll keep going by and keep doing this. But if I come back in here and I change my maximum trigger distance down to 25, you got 10. 25 was working last night, so I assume it's going to work, and I apply it. We'll let him fill up, and this time he should go to greenhouse number 2. So, Nuke, it's not that there are issues. You see the little red line sticking out of the top of the cab of the truck? That indicates which node the truck is linked to, where it's looking. So you see it's on this one right here. When you have all of these very close together, even though it can reach the green path, if the node selection is on a different path, it may loop your truck all the way around the farm because it isn't on there. You guys got to think about these things like railroad tracks. Like, trains don't just pick up and go to another track. They have to go all the way around out until they get to a switch. And it's the same thing. And that's one of the biggest challenges with Courseplay, with people getting it set up initially, is that they think they're close enough, they can get to the right track, they keep all that stuff. You just got to be patient, you just got to back it up. This corner is really bad because I've got multiple secondary courses. I've got this one that goes straight out here, this one all the way up here at the top that's for backing up to get slurry out, where it says pig slurry back there. So there's just a ton of Courseplay activity going on here. All right, so we're full again. Let's loop through, and this time it should, because it did yesterday, it should go all the way to greenhouse 2, because it's not going to be looking for the trigger early enough to catch the greenhouse 1 empty trigger. And if it didn't work, we could take it down to 10 meters instead of 25. So we come through here. This is where it stopped last time. And see, it still did it. All right, so we'll come back in here. We'll take our maximum trigger distance down to 10 meters. We'll apply that. Now my question is it because we didn't restart the Courseplay? But see, now look. Oh, it's going to go refill. We'll give it another try. I'm not sure, and here's something that might need to be tested, is I'm not sure that change I made from 50 meters to 25 meters, if that updates live, if you already have the truck on a Courseplay route. I don't know that it'll change that. So I think you have to stop the Courseplay route and then restart it to get it to jump over. So actually what we'll do here, I'm going to let it fill. I want to go back to 25 because it worked at 25 so we can test it. Rockwana, welcome in, bud. Morning, BP. Everyone from Fiji, hey, welcome in. All right, so I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to change this back to 25, and this will be the test. If this works, then you do have to start and stop your Courseplay to get those settings to change in a live, active Courseplay, like course that we're working on right now. All right, 25 meters. Will it work? We will see. Maybe. Nope, it did not. All right, so we'll stop it. We'll change it down to 10 meters. We'll apply, come back out here, and restart now with a 10-meter trigger. See how it drove past what was already on? And now, believe it or not, it is actually filling. Is it filling the second one? Let's see. Yeah, it's filling the second one. So that trigger just extends. So you can see down here, greenhouse 2, the water, 10,000, 740, going up, going up, going up, going up. So all of that is fixed. And we will let this guy run. We'll let him fill up some greenhouses for us. All right, the Fent must be ready to get into trouble here, so let's go see if we can find it. Here we are. Get flipped around. So, just something I was thinking about for you guys. If you are struggling with the Courseplay stuff, if your farmyard is tight, adjust that setting. That helps quite a bit. We're going back to field 131. I think we're 2 more fields, and then we're on. And this is a cultivating contract, I believe. Is that plowing, right? Good old fence. Sometimes she's good. Hey, even the troublesome ones are good. You just gotta, you gotta learn how to talk to them. All right, before we get started here, let's check and see what type of contract we have. It is cultivating 131K. So let's make sure our multi-tool is on cultivator. It is. We're good to go there. Now, interestingly, guys, I changed some settings. So in here, I deactivated avoid driving on fruit. We had used JPS Pathfinder deactivated previously. Bumped our Pathfinder penalty up to 3, and we activated allowed using Pathfinder in turns, and that worked okay. What I've done since then is change it to start on the... Let's jump in here. I've changed it to start on the center right here, and the Fent is not wandering off the field. It's just stopping when it gets to the end of the center rows, and all you gotta do is pull it like a couple feet forward and it'll restart. So at least we aren't wandering off into the woods. So we're gonna see if the Fent is going to continue to be well behaved today or not. But we'll get it started and we'll let it run. Oh, auto drive? Yeah, sorry, Rod. If I'm saying courseplay, I mean auto drive. That is absolutely correct. Why are we not cultivating? Did I turn on the wrong field? I bet I did. Yeah. No, we're on field 131. What field is our contract on? Field 84. It's for 131K. Jesus, guys. We were already there. Okay. The Fent gets a pass. That's 100% a BP issue. 100% my fault. Bobby, welcome in. I was wondering if S23 Mobile, the tractor interior touchscreen is just pictured as a function. Is it the same in FS25? Good question, Bobby. So it depends on the mod and what you're looking at. Some of them, yes, actually do have legitimate information on them. Not all of them do. And you can also add in like the real GPS mod, and that will change the screens as well. So some yes, but not all. All right, what have we got going on here, guys? Did we freeze? Did the Fent break the stream, guys? Wait for it. Okay, I thought the Fent was about to break. Nope, the Fent is calculating hard. Whew. Fent is on the struggle bus. When she's in jail. I did, Andrew, that tractor. That was very, very cool. All right. It is unhappy. I don't know why the Fent is unhappy. Seems to be a thing with the Fent. Yeah, every time you guys see this, I'm frozen. Every time I hit go to F84 stage, it's freezing on me. It's trying to find the perfect tree. Roots back to prison. Heavy breathing intensifies. Oh, the Fent can't catch a break. All right, we're driving the Fent up there. We're just going to do it. There's obviously a loop in my course play. See there, now I'm saying the right thing here, or right thing there, Rod. There's obviously a loop that isn't connecting somewhere, because you can see like even this intersection isn't fully flushed out. So we'll just run up to field 84, get the Fent started, keep it moving. Bobby, I did when it first came out, and it's probably because I tried it on my phone, but the fat thumbs did not do well on the small phone screen. So I probably should try it on my iPad. There were some guys on here earlier saying that has worked out really well for a lot of them. So possibly that could be a good option. All right, guys, what do we think? I'm going to check the map. I'm wondering if we need to turn here or if we go up further. No, that road's got to continue. Okay, it does. Perfect. So I probably need to try it on iPad, but I have not played it since it came out. I played it for probably the first week or so, and after it took me like several hours to harvest the first tiny field and get the truck and the trailer hooked up and then try to drive it to the sell point, it was a challenge. I still don't understand why I'm getting multiple fields that look like they're under contract on this map, because we have one contract active and it's field 84, but field 131, despite it being my mistake looking at the wrong one, despite it being my mistake, is still highlighted. I'll show you guys what I mean when we get up here, but I'm still getting fields showing like they're under contract. Herman, average mobile gaming experience, could be. Yep. Stephen Mullen, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. The fence is having a mental breakdown. You know, the fence wants to be well behaved. It just can't help itself. It just really can't help itself. All right, the next field up here on the right is field 84, where we were before and where I thought we were supposed to be, and I actually had the cultivator sitting there for a completely different reason. And it was going to all work out perfectly, and then I didn't pay... Oh, what are we doing here? No. Stay there. Go around him. And then we got a bunch of corn seed to unload back at the farm. Is there field access down there? I think we're taking the trees. The Fenton likes to be near nature. Alright. Fent is in its natural habitat, a field surrounded by trees. So it is clearly ready and excited for everything that it's going to happen. See this going flawlessly without issue. Alright. We're going to trust the Fent. See what happens. It should be finding its first waypoint. It should be starting in the middle of the field. And I believe I have it set to alternate passes and skip a row. So, not sure if that's helping or not. Rockwan, it's sarcasm at its finest. You already got me all figured out. Got to get the carrot seeds ready. I told Mike earlier, we were in Discord and I posted about this live stream is actually going to take me to 2,500 hours in Farm Sim, which is a little bit disgusting. And he gave me a carrot reaction in Discord, and I told him that we may have found the first banned reaction emote in Discord. Yeah, you guys saw the video I posted. We did, what was it, 5 million liters of carrots? Yeah, like I said, Nuke, I'm not sure it's worth writing home about, but I've got a couple hours in Farm Sim, so. All right, the fence seems to be working just fine, which is probably words I'm going to regret saying, but we'll let it run for a little bit, and hopefully it all works out. You guys can see some of the auto drive courses are showing up on the map. I think I bumped a setting because I don't think that's normal, but that's okay. We'll jump in here. Yep, Steven, there's your follow. I appreciate it. Just came through. Let's see. Nuke 19.9 million. Watch it twice. Yeah, that was a crazy. That field came up on a contract like a dozen times on that playthrough. It kept coming up, and it kept that whole playthrough. There was so much root crop harvest, or so many root crop harvests, that I finally did one just to do it. Okay, I'm ready and waiting for Nuke. Yeah, I'm curious, does the month go by day in FS25 just like it does in FS23 mobile? We have the ability to pick and choose there, Bobby. So if we jump into the menu and come down to settings, We have in here, we get to pick how many days per month we want to have. Now, some people who may be suffering from a bit of a mental break play on 28-day months and are absolute gluttons for punishment. That's the maximum you can do. I tend to run 1 day per month for most of my stuff. Oh, MJ Stranger Things became a member. Thank you, MJ. You were here last month, so you must have just re-upped. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Don't forget to, hey, if you have not linked to Discord and join the Discord, please do. Lots of good things going on over there, and your channel memberships also give you benefits over on the Discord as well. But welcome back in, MJ. I know you were here before. I remember you. Glad to see you in the live. Yep, the Homestead just dropped today. Got some good Homestead series or videos coming up soon. Getting into some interesting stuff. All right, so I think we put the corn on the left side. I don't know why that seems like the right choice, but we're just going to go with that. Feels correct. It is nice, again, with the Farmstick, having the controls set up, able to get stuff in and out nice and easy. Blog started run 4 to 8 months. Each day represents a week. Yeah, that makes about sense. The Homestead's got me almost become a member. It's talking to you, Nuke. You better watch out. Soon enough, you'll be a member and you'll be driving fence everywhere. I wish with the Pro Box that you could buy empty Pro Boxes. That would make what we're trying to do with a little bit of the role play. Oh, we're getting caught in the ceiling. That would make what we're trying to do with the role play aspect of getting the seeds in and everything a little bit easier to be able to empty them, which would be nice. I see the Fent actually listens. Rod just gifted 5 members. Rod, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That is so generous. You guys are treating me better than I deserve. I really do appreciate all the support and so glad to have you guys there. If you got Crash 2 into the ceiling, Hig is just, if the vehicle's running, if I hit anything, he is on it. I like that he sits there and keeps me honest. If you guys got a gifted sub from Rob, that would be Jafra, Lowell got one, Nacho Cast got one. Hey, Nacho, if you're here, bud, so happy to have you. Loved your stream. If you guys have not checked out Nacho Cast stuff, he was streaming last night, and I had it on the background. I was doing some recording and getting some stuff done, and just a really cool content creator. So if you guys are not familiar with Nacho Cast, check him out. Absolutely great stuff. He was making me laugh when you were doing your bales last night, Nacho. He had a bunch of silage bales, and he was loading them onto a truck and driving, and had similar, probably not as bad issues with hitting some things like I do. But he went back to the farm, and he had one silage bale that was just hovering like 25 feet in the air, and his chat went ballistic about floating marshmallow clouds and all kinds of stuff. It was a great time. So if you haven't checked his stuff out, please do. He put a mod review video in the self-promotion channel that is the easiest way to probably get over to his stuff, and high quality video content, and just a great guy all around. So if you haven't checked him out, please do. And then Cotton and Evil Raccoon got a subscription. Evil's in. Hey bud, welcome back. Cotton, I don't know that I saw you. Jayfra, I don't know if I saw you come in yet, but welcome in, guys. So glad you guys got some gifted memberships. Absolutely crazy. I think we're going to get ourselves into a bunch of trouble here. Roots didn't want to be outdone. Roots dropping the subscriptions as well, the memberships as well. Thank you, Roots. I appreciate it. Really do. Merv, I'm going to get to your question. I want to get these gifted memberships called out. Thank you, Roots. Absolutely awesome. Merv got one. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I won't do it, but you get someone else got one. Farmer Sam, Ben Bradley, and Double R. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to the channel. And enjoy your memberships. If you didn't hear me say it already, your memberships, if you link your memberships to your Discord and join the Discord, they will show up over there. We've got members chat over there and a couple other things going, so a great place to be. We hang out, and that the Discord chat is live. It is lively pretty much around the clock between all the guys we have on here. So thank you, MJ. Welcome in, guys. Got to scroll up because I missed Merv's question and I don't want to miss it. Looking to upgrade to steering wheel, pedals, and Farmstick. Do you have a video on your setup or suggestions? Jeez Louise, guys, what is going on here? You guys are blowing up the channel. You guys are worse than the Fent. You're going to crash the stream. Merv, so I run the G920 steering wheel with the pedals and the Farmstick. I don't have a video on the setup for that stuff yet. I am considering changing out my steering wheel, not because I'm unhappy with it, but just looking to explore some other options. The steering wheel and pedals are very, very easy to set up. The Farmstick, I've commented to a couple people. I know Roots just got one, and my comment to him was, you're probably going to go through, I know, Hig, make it 5. You saw it. I know you did. You're probably going to go through a bunch of iterations with the Farmstick setup. I would start with the base stuff. I would get in the game, and I would just plan on having a night where, you know, you go in and play and adjust the settings as you want. I'm probably on my 7th or 8th iteration of my Farmstick controls, and have them where I really like them right now. But they are very, very different than what I set up initially. So, all right. Mike Price, you guys are making it rain. Absolutely insane. Mike Price, drop in 5. Sniper Grits, Road Warrior, Dustin Spencer, Vancer 1180, and Larson Designs. Welcome with your memberships. Mike, MJ, Rod, all you guys, absolute insanity tonight on the stream. Really appreciate you guys. That is so incredibly generous. Please, guys, make sure to drop a thanks to those guys. That is the type of community. Okay, Hig, that's probably 6. I'm talking and driving. It's a bad combo. I agree. But that's the type of community we have. And we were talking the other night, and, you know, the reason I'm doing multiple live streams a week instead of just doing the one that I planned is because you guys make it all worthwhile. It's not because of the donations. It's because of the comments. It's because of the engagement. We have a really great, helpful, fun... Oh my God, guys. Nuke just dropped 5. Guys, this is... If you guys could make me blush, you're getting awfully close. Nuke just can't get one no matter what. You're going to get 3K subs soon. I know, Hig. I thought it might happen this weekend, but I try not to get caught up in the numbers. I really honestly just enjoy doing this, and if it was, you know, 500 subs or 5,000, whatever it is, as long as I get to interact with you guys, that's what I really care about. And it's great the channel's growing. I love having all you guys here, but actually having you here and everything else and interacting is so much better than just having a number up on the screen. So, Nuke, Dave Eldridge, Brandon Cates, Brandon Gossett, Jake Dupp. Hey, Jake Dupp's here. Welcome back, Jake. Anthony Wilson. Absolutely crazy, you guys. Blowing up the membership donos. Insane. Thank you so much. Those not bad. It's hitting the roof. And tin gets expensive. Yeah. Hig knows the cost of absolutely everything on the farm because he's in charge of replacing everything that everyone else breaks on the farm. The other night I was saying goodnight to everybody. We're ending the stream, and then one of his parting messages was, "You left the truck running, you're burning diesel." You guys are great. But all of the new members, welcome in. So happy to have you. All the gifted subs, guys, absolutely insane. Thank you so much. Just incredible. I'm going to drop this one down, grab it on the other side. And we have our corn seed in the shed for the spring harvest. If you guys have not tried the pallet, I am going to mess up the name. If Rod's still here, he'll find it. Trying to check the fent in those trees. You know it's in the trees. There's no checking, Hig. We're just confirming. You're using the wrong word to describe what we're about to do. There's me bumping the switch. Alright, let's see. What was I talking about? You guys got me all distracted here. The Fent drivers being good, we will see. Alright, so we got our Pro boxes in for our corn seed. Oh, the mod I was saying about, that's right, Rod. Rod's keeping me on track. The pallet attachment mod, what is it? The pallet add-on. It's the one that allows me to grab the Pro boxes. You can grab with the front end of a pallet regardless without like forks. But there's another mod we're running that allows you to attach to all pallets that way, so it works out that way. Pallet mods for forks, that's probably it. Does your Farmstick have drift also? Tyler, so I'm able to adjust the dead zone on the Farmstick within the Farm Sim 25 menu, and I have mine dialed pretty far down. I don't know that can I get to it in this menu? Yeah, so here it is. So these are our dead zones and our sensitivities for the Farmstick. I have mine cranked up right now because a number of the vehicles we're running have IC controls, which allows us to open doors and hoods and windows and all that kind of stuff. And when my dead zones are dialed down, which is actually where I like them in like the 3 to 5% range, the door is constantly open. So if you watch the Realistic Cattle Ranch series, you'll see the door on the Fiat is always open. And that's because the dead zone on my Farmstick was cranked way down, and it just kept they just kept drifting it open. I mean, guys, even the fence being well behaved. Oh, the Fent Telly is being the good Fent. Yeah, we got to have a good Fent and a bad Fent on every farm. So, Tyler, I hope that answers your question. The Fent has been rehabilitated from his timeout. Pallet add-on, Roderick. Yeah, that's it. So the pallet add-on allows you to snap to pallets. But the Pro boxes, you don't even need that mod. The Pro boxes just work that way as it is. A lot of drift down. Okay. So that should be... I don't know if I can remember which one exactly that is, because it's axis 1 should be forward, 2 should be left and right, 3 should be, because then you get into the twist, because the Farmstick allows you to twist as well. I think you're talking about the Z-axis, Tyler. I think that's the one that does the thumbstick. Don't quote me on that, but if you come in here and you adjust those, that should get better. Also, I would say just click it down hard as well, though. I thought the AC just didn't work in the Fiat. Hey, Merv, I love that. That's how we're going to spin it. Merv's our new PR guy. It's not that my equipment isn't set up properly. It's that we didn't have air conditioning, and we wanted to just enjoy some of the fresh country air, putting a positive spin on my inabilities. Love that. All right, so hey, I mean, guys... The Fent is cruising 30 miles an hour cultivating. It's being well behaved. Why were we talking about mods? Where's the rest of the animals for realistic livestock? Oh, Nuke wants to see the animals. Okay, let's go see some animals. I love that. All right, so let's grab this guy. Since we have them and we have the farm truck, may as well feed the animals while we go over there. Find something to use them for. Hold on, Nuke. I'm getting caught up here. While we're talking about the animals, where's the reset? Okay, Nuke, gotcha. Totally understand. Yep, let's get that. Let me see. This isn't going to take pig food either. This truck is going to be utterly useless, besides looking absolutely amazing and sounding very good. That is true as well. That's a good point, Merv. That the steering wheel has dead zones as well, and some of the controls can overlap depending on your default settings on your wheel, so that could be an issue. So Nuke. Carson, welcome in. What map? Backroads County 4X by American Modding. Should be linked in the description of the video as well. But a great, great map. So let's come in here and just to show that we can... Oh, no, it's over here. Really, at some point, I'm going to start playing with the interactive controls on. Let's see... Rockwana, I am so upgrading to a PC for the next... It is... The PC gaming makes a big difference. Carson, don't worry about it, but I know what you're getting at. So, Nuke, you can come in here. Let's just see. So, the first animal in here is 486, just to make sure this works. You go back to your settings menu, and as soon as that opens, which takes forever for me, I don't know why, you go to your game settings, and you scroll down until you get to your realistic livestock settings, and this button right here, Reset Animal Dealer, click that once. Back on out, and now when we come in here, we were at 486, now we're at 003. These are all new animals in the store. Carson, can I play with you? Not on this map. We do have some guys who are setting up an incredible multiplayer server over in the Discord, and we will all be sort of chipping in and playing there, so absolutely we could do that over there if you want to. All About Gaming, welcome in. Do the cows make good money? I would say yes. I like cows. I think cows are a bit overpowered in the game. The milk very easily gets turned into cheese, and I mean, if you get buffaloes, and obviously you get buffalo mozzarella, butter. You can sell the milk directly once it's bottled. There are lots of options, so I like the cows as an animal. We are, however, the cows are only here incidentally. They're not actually meant to be here. We are a pig farm, so we have our pigs, and they are good to go. They're going to be making us some money. All right, so let's check on our water truck. All right, so we are adding in there, getting all that done. Let's switch this guy over to water 3. Send him back on his way. Keep him moving. All About Gaming, thanks for subscribing, bud. Really appreciate it. What is your favorite John Deere tractor? I like the base game or the... who did the mod? It's not Schultz. It's... is it Schnibble? The 9RX is my favorite John Deere tractor. I'm not a big green guy. Not in real life, doesn't matter to me, but in the game, I just think the John Deere tractors don't work as well generally. I think they're a little expensive. But the 9RX is one of my favorite big tractors. And there's the base game one, which is absolutely a solid, good option. And then there is a modded one, and maybe it's Julian. Is it Julian FS modding? That did the modded 9RX. It's just very, very clean. Nothing crazy. Do I have the 4430? I do not. So just like in real life, yep. Yeah, red will get the job done. We all know that. So we're on the trailer here. We're going to switch over, make sure on the trailer. Go ahead and hit park. And the Dodge should pull the trailer in. Getting this trailer parked was a little bit of a challenge because of how long it is. I tried to get out and swing through as much as I could to get it lined up, but it definitely, and we got another truck in the way. It definitely rubs a little bit on the side. So let's see, we'll watch it get pulled in here. Just a little rub there at the end, just taking the paint off, just giving Higgs something to do over winter, get the trailer back in shape. All right, cool. All right, what else do we want to do today? We got $373,000. We could, you know what we should do? I know what we should do. We should go get stones in a truck that actually takes the stones, because that fun truck that I bought at the beginning of the episode doesn't take pig food, doesn't take cow food, doesn't take stones. So, me and the old Punkin Pete, We're heading down to the stone mine, or to the stone crusher. Gonna grab some stones out of here. This is the Peterbilt by JJ. It's a mod. It is, the inside details are, I mean, really, really solid. With the Eaton shifter, all the parts work. Just a very, very well modeled mod. That's what the rub rails are for. Absolutely. And Hig, your previous comment, just like in real life, also applies to my trailer driving. So you nailed it twice. Carrots, nuke. I should have known as soon as I asked anything, what are we going to do with carrots? Can you show me your favorite mod? I've got a bunch of them, so I don't know what I have loaded into this game. Most of the stuff I'm playing with, I really, really like. So, you know, favorite mod may be tough for me to pick just one, but it is, I like when the mods work well together. And on this farm, we're running big stuff, so all the big mods on this one are all really good things. Rockwana, that is a great idea. Hitting that Jake, look at that, just dropping the speed, not even touching the brake. Oh, so clean, such a good mod. Yeah, I would love to see Arrow work on the grazing aspect and put it back into the realistic, or put it into the realistic livestock mod. I've got so many. I think the Homestead Challenge over on New Frontier and the 555 Challenge on Judith, I'm not getting meadowgrass in my pens at all. I mean, it just isn't happening. So, you know, it would be great to have that component brought in. And the addition to that would be putting the realistic weather mod into play and having the meadowgrass grow at differing rates, so that maybe 1 month you're getting 60,000 liters of meadowgrass and the next month you're only getting 20, and you have to start feeding your animals. That would be incredible. I love that idea, Rockwana. I just added that peat to my fleet this morning. It is such a good mod, Rod. I love this one. I'll take a picture of our peat dash when I get back to hauling. I bet the peat dashes are so cool. The mechanical gauges, love that stuff. Rod, can you post a trailer he's using on the Punkin Pete and Discord? Couldn't find it here last night. So this is the Lizard End Dump. It's in the mod hub, super easy to grab. I can show you Nuke. This is like one of those things that just turned out base game really well. So it's this pack right here, Lizard Superior End Dump Trailer. It's in the mod hub. It's cross play. Has just a ton. They're all by different lengths, and then they all have different capacities, and they have a ton of options. So, like jumping into the 28-footer, you've got your covers. So you have an open. You've got the roll top tarp, which is what I'm running on T5. You've got the flip and go tarp, which I think is really cool with the automatic roller. You've got the bulk extension for crops, and then you have your root crop and silage extension for carrots, obviously. And then you have your default with unrealistic capacity. All these have 100,000 realistic capacity with matching tarps, several different wheels, and then depending on the length of the base game trailer, like the 48-foot or anything else, you can get a whole bunch of axles. So here, I'll show you guys, because I think this is the funniest one. So the 48-footer, you can have 8 axles. So Hig, I don't know what it takes to maintain a trailer with 8 axles, but I imagine it's a mess. So, and then you have your front options, you have your sidewall options, you have external panels, you can have a ladder on front, a grain door on front, a door with a window. You can have all kinds of different things, and it has all your different colors as well. An incredible mod for being base game. So the Lizard Superior End Dump Trailer Pack is what you're looking for there, Nuke. Do I have the Case IH48? I do not. We went with the AF11. I think that was maybe an Andrew Brown suggestion. He saw it in the sale, and I couldn't pass it up. I tried to record your Richie Truck straight piped Jake with a cat, but it sucks recording on my phone. It's like the mic cancel sound. Yeah, that would be very, very cool. Hunter Slime, welcome in. Weekend work. Yeah, just cruising around. Glad to have you here. I think the picture threw me off. It is. It does. It doesn't look anything like the trailer itself. And Rod, the mod master, dropped it in. Hello. It would be nice, Arrow, to work on with the guys on Maze Plus. That is a very interesting suggestion. The Maze Plus mod is a great one. And I could see the crossover between what Arrow does and what those guys do. I would like to get into a heavy Maze Plus playthrough at some point with all of the options for silage and feeding your animals. We may have a problem with the extension here, guys. I don't know. Hig's going to give me a crash counter on this one. Okay, so it doesn't clip the top. That's the good news. All right, here we go. We're going for the true immersion experience. This is definitely going to increase the crash counter, but we're going to make it work. Oh, yeah. That's why we don't drive in cab, guys. Struggle bus with the rocks today. There we are. Just had to find the sweet spot. Where did we leave off on chat? Michigan special trailer right there. Sergeant Savage, welcome in. I tow a 50-foot trailer for work, only 3 axles. Yeah, the 8 axles on that 48-foot I think are hilarious. I mean, I don't know if you actually had the weight turned on for that trailer in the game and didn't have like the update mass part of the mod turned off where it just weighs nothing. I'm not sure what vehicle in this game would be able to pull something that needed 8 axles. Would be absolutely crazy. Rockwana, so glad you stopped by. Have a good walk with the dog. Hey, Rockwana, I really appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting. See you in the next one. Hig fits like a glove. Great. All right, do we get a little more out of this? See if we can scrape the bottom just a little bit. Perfect. 635 liters of stone. If anyone out there knows the Colossus 3,000 horsepower could do it, it could. That would be hilarious. Put an 8-axle trailer attached to the Colossus, drive it down to the feed and grain, and drop some stuff off. It also, Hig will tell you, but it also, at that point, I think that costs about $10,000 in fuel to go a mile with that setup, so probably losing your profits. JW3 just subscribed. Thank you very much. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Hope you're having a great day. Put this guy back in. 2 things about this. 150 miles an hour. 2 things. Place the output of the stone mine right in the output of the cement. Oh. Okay, Nacho. That's a great thing. I was just about to say there are 2 things about this mod that I wish I could change, because I've tried to modify this. One, I want the capacity of the actual, whatever this is, the rock hopper here on the ground to be higher so it holds more, and I want it to come out a little bit faster. And the other one would be how to get that to go directly and transport. That is very, I'll have to look into that, Nacho, because I've actually tried modifying these to the point where I crashed the mod and did not figure it out, because I love the idea, but I'd like it to work a little bit differently. So we'll have to get a lime production or something over here and just have it going. Isaac Randall, speaker. Welcome back, Isaac. Is speaker a new mod? I haven't seen that one. Nacho Green looks good to me. Love it, buddy. Let's head back up. Not a lot of stone, but this stone is going to go into our silo production, and it's going to give us the opportunity. Man, that snow mask on that fence is playing games, isn't it? Popping in and out. This is going to give us the ability. We need lime to make a lot of different things to get our our animals fed. We also can make herbicide, fertilizer, lots of different things. So, oh, okay. Well, you know, I would have used a turn signal there because it looks like the road goes the other way. But hey, what do I know? Oh, use the free build. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because it's a weird, that mod, and maybe it's my inexperience, it probably is, that, the lime crusher, whatever it's called, that, it has a weird plane, because like if you leave the bucket in it, underneath it, it doesn't fill with rocks. It just goes to the ground, and you can see it. I've tried leaving the bucket in lots of different positions, just to see if you can come back and, like, you know, have the first 10,000 liters of stone in the bucket when you get back there, and then just fill the rest. And so it's a weird collision fill compared to a lot of the other mods. Oh, I missed something. 11 in total, 8 on the trailer. Wow, that is a lot. Is the 8-axle milk tankers. Wish they would get modded in an FS25 or an FS. Yeah. I mean, I imagine what water weighs 8 pounds a gallon. Milk's got to be at least that heavy, if not heavier. So I imagine that stuff adds up quickly. I know when we drove the fire trucks, having baffled tanks was huge. We didn't carry that much liquid, but we had a couple trucks that carried a couple thousand gallons of water. And if those tanks weren't baffled, we had an old tanker that wasn't baffled, and that thing was insane to drive. You hit the brakes, and the water weight would just, it's like getting smacked in the back of the head. Don't want the tire bill. Just run super singles on all of it. It'll be fine. Let's toss the lizard end dump back in its parking spot. Going to do that one by hand. We'll jump into the silo here now that we have some stones and get some of our productions going. Perfect. All done. All right. What's the over/under? We're gonna check on the Fent. Is it in the trees? Is it off the map? Or is it doing its job in some capacity? I'll give you guys just a second to weigh in on what we're doing with the Fent. Oh, Brandy, you got one of the gifted memberships? Yeah, I remember. Yep, absolutely. Appreciate you saying thanks, man. Really, we have such a great community here. We've got very, very generous people here. So, jumping into letting you guys get your vote in on... You think I fixed it. See, Hig, constant positivity. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, our supply factory here, the reason we needed the stones was for the lime. The lime requires stones and water, so we can get our water tanker to bring some water over here. We want to turn the lime on, and that'll give us the ability to do a couple things. So we need lime for, let's see, we need lime for the mineral feed, which we need to make the TMR for the cows. We need, there's one other thing we needed lime for. I looked at it the other day. Which one was it? Or maybe we just need the lime for the lime. So what is the herbicide recipe? Nope, slurry, manure, and water, so we don't even need that. So we need lime for the mineral feed, so we will get that going. No, mineral feed is soybeans and water. Oh, no, and one lime at the bottom. Okay. So we got to get soybeans going as well. Do we have soybeans coming in here already? Soybeans, we do not. So we'll have to work on that as well. So let's see. Milk tankers don't have baffles, but yeah, I know what you mean. I run a 10,500 gallon manure tanker IRL, but that has baffles. Yeah, the baffles make a huge difference. For us in the fire service, it was less about the forward to back pushing, but the side to side on the corners, because our tanks were so high up because they were all built with all the DOT regulations and everything else. Our tanks were like up above the frame. So we had huge side-to-side issues on turns. It was absolutely a disaster. Most trailers here have more than 3 axles, have steer axle. Oh, steer and lift. Yep, save tires. I stick to my previous prediction, Rod. Brandon, such a kind comment. I appreciate it. Yes, we only use lift axle mission, no steers. No steers a lot on trailers. That's interesting. Yeah, Blogstar had the exact same reaction. Yeah, Nacho, you got one here, but I'm glad you got it. All right, so the Fent, the infamous Fent, running our one contract. Okay, so this is good news, guys. This is exactly what has been happening. So the Fent now finished the middle, and it can't make this left turn. I don't know why it can't make this left turn, but all we have to do here is just stop it. And all I got to do is back up just the tiniest little bit and get it turned so that we're basically under the next little part of the path. And go back to nearest waypoint, start it off, and we're good to go. So I don't know if that's what we'd quite call fixed for course play, but it isn't climbing poles. It isn't in the woods. It hasn't gotten lost. It hasn't wandered off. So, you know, it's better, I guess, is what we're going to go with. I did say it'd mess up on the transition. It always does. Herman, not yet. Yeah, the Fent is, I mean, I can see the driver. He's looking at all these trees. He's trying to pick out the best one. He wants to go over and check it out. Take the win, Notch. I agree. You want it to work perfectly. You want it to execute like it's supposed to. But if it hasn't wandered off and doesn't take 20 minutes to reset, you're probably getting ahead. It still has that outside headland. Yeah, Hig. Yeah, it is. That's the most dangerous one. It's closest to the trees. You know, it's like you know, when you're recovering as an alcoholic and people are drinking around you, you get closer and closer, the worse it gets. She earns for the pole. Nuke was here when the Fent was just climbing poles, like 2 or 3 poles in an episode, just absolutely almost tipped itself over. Blogstar, hey buddy, thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your day. So you're in Monday already, right? So I don't know what your weekend schedule is, Blogstar, but hope you got a couple days off here. Get some rest. I did see I can't even say that one, Isaac. I did see that one. Yeah, have a great night, Blog. Thanks for stopping by, bud. Hopefully made your work night go a little quicker. All right, so the Fent is generally being well behaved. Head back over. Let's see what we want to get into next. Let's check our crop calendar, because maybe we just finish with the Fent and then we go into, we progress. See, there's nothing to be done for like 2 months. We're going to need to feed that, or feed the cows and the sheep. Let's actually check on our herdsman. We have not checked on the herdsman yet and see how he did, to see if he bought anything. We didn't check our messages when we got in this morning. I'm intrigued to see if we actually lowered our standards enough to do this. So let's see. Here we go. We are in January. You guys got to give me literally like 3 seconds. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Dog was looking to get into the room. Don't need her scratching at the door. So let's check our messages. We are in January. So, wow, we got a lot of January messages. Artificial insemination was successful. Artificial insemination was successful. Artificial insemination was successful. So that was all done by the herdsman, which was great news. So that's actually working. The herdsman marked 7 animals for additional artificial insemination. Died due to porcine epidemic diarrhea. You guys got a chance to read that before I got back. So we have some sick animals. We lost 4 pigs. Wow. Do we have other animals that are sick? And how do we tell? Isn't it on the main menu? Disease status. I'm glad we stopped by. So, did we get notification that any of these animals were sick? I have to go back and look at the menu. I don't see. So we don't currently have any animals showing as having a disease. That's an interesting one. So, yeah, we didn't get a single notification that those animals were sick. They just died. Well, that you guys have reported some of that. So that is what some of you are experiencing, is that the disease is decimating your pens. So that's very interesting because we did not get a chance to treat those animals, which would have been an interesting thing to learn how to do. So, well, we lost 4 animals. That is a bummer. Yep, Monday morning. Blogstar, have a great day, buddy. Hope you get some rest. Icy Game Channel, greetings from Norway. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Death by epidemic diarrhea sounds painful. Nuke, not the way he wants to go. I think those with red menus are sick. I think those are actually, so I think those are the ones he marked for artificial insemination, but let's check. That's a good, yeah, herdsman marked for artificial insemination. So these ones, and there's no disease status down here, so it doesn't look like they actually got sick. So he said they marked 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we miss one up top? I wonder if one of the ones he marked died. Yeah, he marked 7 animals, only 6. So one of the animals he marked died. That's very interesting. So we got no notification about that. Brandon, I was waiting for it. Nicely played. Nicely played. Nacho. Hey, maybe the herdsman needs some training. That, you know what? I don't know enough about that process to know how bad that could be, but I imagine it's not good. So we'll definitely have some remedial AI training for the herdsman. Interesting way to play, but a bit risky. Yeah, we're just playing it with the mod. It's fun. Do we have monitors on? I do not, Merv. That is an interesting point because the monitors got costly, so I didn't use those in the Realistic Cattle Ranch series, so I'm not used to turning them on. So maybe we go back and check and put monitors on them and see what happens. Let's check our messages on the cows. So no change on the cows, and he is only set to buy them. So he's allowed to buy. I did come in here and change these settings. So the herdsman is allowed to buy, and I increased the sort of bandwidth of animals he can look at, as well as their age. And we can do male and female, but they just have to be Angus. He can buy up to 100 a day, and he has $25,000 to spend. So obviously he's not going to get 100, but I just wanted to make sure he wasn't limited. Selling, he can sell up to 50 a day, male or female. They have to be over 18 months old, and they have to be of bad quality. So my thought process with this is that this is going to help us get the animals that are not high quality out of the herd before they get to breeding age. I appreciate the new sub, bud. Thanks for doing it. Welcome in. Glad to have you. We do have castration enabled. So again, the low quality animals here, anything from extremely bad to average, will be castrated at birth, so they don't enter our breeding pool, and hopefully that helps us grow. Naming, I just left disabled, and then the AI we have turned on. And once again, after 4 years, he's not going to look to inseminate any additional animals. So any animals over 48 months, we will be in charge of pulling out and selling. That all makes sense. Andrew, thanks for stopping by, bud. Have a great rest of your day. Let's go throw some monitors on some pigs. I think it's a great idea. And see if we get more info out of them. That's probably actually the problem. I think you're probably right there, Merv. So, monitors. Gotta even remember how to do all this. Let's see. Apply monitor. So, select all. Can we do it from this menu? Change name, apply disease, next menu, filters. So we would have to apply monitors to all of them. Merv, there's got to be a better way to do this, right? I'm missing something. Are we applying them individually? Because that would be a lot of pigs to put on individually. Can we do it from... Is there a monitor menu over here? Am I remembering that correctly? Here we go. Apply all monitors. Yep, there is a better way to do it. So we're going to apply 56 monitors to the pigs. That's going to get expensive. $396 a month. And we're going through 3,055 liters of food a day. That's cool. It gives you all this data. 1,512 liters of water. Products, manure, liquid manure. Okay, cool. I like that. May as well throw them on the cows too, right? Let's get monitors on everybody. Excellent. All right, well, disappointed we lost some pigs, but that's just the way it is. As you guys can see, we started to get manure in here, so we have 2,339 manure. That also is going to relay over to our greenhouses. So these two right here, if we come in and take a look at our greenhouses, your oil taproot, we've got the 2339, and the grain, we have the 2339. So we could bump up our production to the manure recipe, which I think is what we're going to do on both of these. So we're producing more. We need to be doing soybeans, we said, because that gave us one of our productions in the silo production. And corn. Corn we're going to bump up to the manure recipe as well. On the oil and taproot, let's get the sugar beets and the sunflowers switched over to the water and manure recipe. So for the sunflowers, it's 16 water, 16 sunflowers. When we add the manure, we add 4 manure, and it doubles the number of sunflowers. So nice and easy. All right. Want to send this guy to greenhouse 4 since he's just topping off at this point. Let him continue to work. We need to get some water into the farm silo production as well. So we are getting close. I think once the... Okay, perfect. The Fent just finished. So guys, it says he finished. And look at that. He's on the edge of the field. Not even in the woods. All right, excellent. I think it's time to progress to February. $130,000 for the contract. Done and done. Let's get him on the way back. And then we'll go back to the farm and we will send it to February. Just want to make sure we check the animals and make sure they're fed enough. I'm bummed that I didn't update that farm truck to hold everything. I may have to go back and do that before the next live stream, because that's the truck I want to drive around, do stones in that. I want to do pig food. I want to do the TMR. I want to do all that stuff in that truck. It's nice. It's small. Getting in and out of barns and tight spaces. It'll work well on auto drive. Capacity's great. To drive into trees. Yeah, well, we had all kinds of issues with the Fent in previous renditions of this stream. The Fent was all over the place. I believe this guy is set to park, so yeah, excellent. All right, well, hit a quick save just because we're going to switch months and don't ever want to lose anything when we go to sleep. And then we'll head off to February. We might even just power through February and try to get to some corn planting at the end of this episode. I've got, well, we've been live for just under 2 hours now. Probably going to go another hour and a half, 2 hours. See how it goes. See if you guys are up for it. So I think we can get to the corn planting if we really wanted to. And the corn planting is going to be fun because it's going to be on that field that is definitely not going to be a problem. So we will see how all that goes. What is running? Something about the things that happen with the pigs comes to mind here. No idea what this guy's doing. Where are you trying to go, friend? That's a parking spot. That doesn't go anywhere. That was bizarre. Like Nacho said, take your wins. No, 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 no. We're not going here either. So this is, Nuke, what we were talking about with having all these courses overlapping. Getting on the right course, there we go. That can be a bit of a challenge. Oh, he was trying to get to a repair station. That's why he was backing in there. Isaac, I did see the new pig food mixer. New problem child. Well, you know, Lokimo, welcome in. Glad to have you. He was trying to get to a repair shop, so in his defense, he at least was attempting it, so he's going to go back to the repair shop as well. So let's actually, can we get him before he gets there? I'm very intrigued to see what happens here. So he wants to be in this spot. We can put the crone anywhere. The crone could go in the next bay over. We could move the parking spot. If they're going to pull in there and self-repair, I'll leave that bay open. That would be absolutely awesome. So let's see what the Mac wants to do here. Drive to repair station. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what he does. Put her in jail. I'm going to have that shed on every playthrough now. You guys know when I log in and I start a new episode and there's a vehicle in that shed, in that pen, you know something bad happened the night before. All right, let's see what happens here. Is it going to... Okay. It repaired itself. Put her in jail. That's the smartest vehicle we have, guys. The Mac is the new president of the farm. The Mac's going to be live streaming to you guys next time, not me. So I guess we leave that bay open because the vehicles will just back in and repair themselves. Yeah, it should be... Let's check that out, Nuke. That's a great question. I think the default is that it sets itself up for repairs. So, let's see. Coming in here, which menu am I looking at? It's got to be under vehicle. Corner speed. First off, we don't need to be cornering at 100%. That's a totally different thing, but let's go here. Field exit. Restrict. Automatic refueling is on yes, and automatic repairing is on yes. So, hey, that worked great. Guess you can do park at job finish. Let's turn that on, too. Yeah. So it went and self-repaired. That is incredible. I'm shocked by that, but hey, that's great news. All right, so we're going to go take a nap. Wake up in February and be good to go. Hey, IC, thanks for stopping in, bud. Appreciate you being here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Let's head into the house. Got the fire going, nice and warm in here. 9:30 tomorrow morning sounds good. Hey, Roots, are you in here? You may just listen in the background. I know you're hanging out with family today. The Texan Cadillac. Hey, welcome in. Glad to have you. Hope you're having a great day. Look at the frost on the windows. That is nice looking. All right, we got a bunch of messages for the animals we should go check. The Mac, the smartest vehicle on the farm, is still running nicely on its own. Let's see what the messages are this morning. Okay, so we lost... Jeez Louise. One. Okay, sorry. We got 2 pregnancies. We gave birth to 24 animals. 1 died to an accident, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 died to... Yeah, Roots. You're still here. Perfect. Roots, remind me, I'm gonna send you a message over in Discord later about the multiplayer server. I have an idea about your poll as well, so we'll hit it tomorrow. You're going to bed tonight or whatever. But I have something I wanna propose to you on that one. So, yep, just you, Roots. That's all. Just want to if you were here, just want to make sure I mentioned it. So I'll chat with you in the mod chat over there over the next day or so, because I saw your posts go up on the server stuff, and I think we're in a good spot. I have a good idea. I think we want to add to it, so just want to make sure. Hey, at least it'll be warm. Yep. All right, so what did the monitors tell us about all of this? Did we get any notification that our animals are sick, or are we just killing off our animals? All right, Merv, am I supposed to be getting more information here? I got monitors on all the pigs, but I got no notifications that they were sick, just that they died. Well, so this is what some of you guys were reporting. We may end up having to play with this a little bit. I'll be up watching NFL after stream. All right. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that, guys. You guys that have run into this. Isaac Spyro at show. Not sure about that one. If you guys have run into this with your animals dying like this without any warning, what did you guys figure it out? What happened there? Oh, guys. Nope, that's still the 2 animals we bought. They're still not buying animals for us. Yeah. So the herdsman is still not doing it. Yeah, so Merv, I would agree with you. I would think it would have given us a message too, but it just isn't doing that. So, hey, the Fent is back. This is going to go poorly, though. The Fent can't park this guy with his 2 wide tires or doubles. He will crash into this. He just doesn't. It doesn't usually go well. Let's see. And that's on me, not on him. Yep. Yep. That's about what we expected, isn't it? The old Fent is back. Found something. Looked like a pole. I need to adjust that course, but if I do, it doesn't work for the other vehicles. That's why we leave it like that. Nuke. I wish you knew barely got a good version of realistic. Yeah. Fent. Merv, that's a great question. Let's go check that. You know, the Fent doesn't actually. The Fent is the only vehicle on the farm that doesn't have a parking spot. And I haven't dedicated it to the prison cell yet, but it's getting awfully close. Let's go check and see if the animals have any messages, and then I have an idea about what we should do real quick in February to keep things moving. So if I come in here, the idea is, like, can I treat? So I can apply, change name, mark, AI, apply monitor, diseases. Okay, so none of our animals are sick. So we need to check before we go to bed and see if animals are sick. If they're getting sick at midnight and then dying, then there's really not a whole lot we can do about that. So real quick, going to drop the shop mod here because I don't want to drive all the way to the store to pick this thing up. But let's head in here and... Rod found, I believe it was Rod. It was either Rod or Mike. One of you two found this mod. This thing is crazy. Love this mod. Been using it on the Homestead Challenge, and it is just absolutely incredible. For $1,700, you can't go wrong. If you want to do forestry work, this would be the way to go. Old Funkin' Park. By my problem child, old Punkin harvester. Yeah, Merv, that's the right idea to look in that. I just don't know why there isn't anything to be done about it. Just that's clearly the spot it should be done. All right, here it is. This thing's going to look a little silly on the back of the Fent, but we're going to put the Fent to work here real quick. So if you guys are unfamiliar with this mod, it is a winch mod that has attachments for front loaders, telehandlers, 3 points, everything. Can pull up to 2 winch lines, has a bunch of settings. It's got, for like the small tractors, I ran this on my JD. Try to zoom in so you guys can see. The lights tip, so there's the top light, and then here is the bottom light. You can see them tipping and angling. They are quite bright. They're very nice for doing some work in the evenings. And then the top bar extends up, which I use like a roll bar on my John Deere, the Barn Find John Deere on Homestead series, to connect to stuff. So, yeah, Rod. Liam, hi from Manitoba, Canada. Welcome in. Another Canadian. Dustin Snipes, how's it going? Welcome in. Glad to have you. Yeah, Rod, I was just playing with my mouse the other day with this on, trying to figure out, because I bought the hook. There's like a big hook for it. Here, let me see if I can find the hook. We're not going to buy it, but there's this hook that I really wanted to work. Where is it? Oh, it's up here. So this will attach it to a skid steer 3-point. And then there's this giant tow hook that I couldn't figure out how to get, like what it did. So I bought it assuming you needed it, and you don't. But the tow hook will... Okay, now I got to show you guys. We're just going to do it. It's going to be show and tell time. We're going to do it. All right, so, oh, nope, that also works with auto drive, sending it to some place. I got to figure out what the keybind overlap is there. So this hook you can buy, and I can't figure out how to actually use it. I want to make it like Valtra green. I want to be able to see it at all times. So $1,000 for the paint job? Hig, I need the name of your paint guy. The $1,000 to paint a tow hook, we got ripped off on that one, guys, I got to tell you. So the tow hook... It's interesting. Let's see if we can find it here. Should be bright green and behind us. There it is on the ground. I'll show you guys. I thought you would need this to do like forestry tree work. Turn it off so we're not listening to that run. And let's get the shop turned off. But, so there's the tow hook. So you can grab your line and... Alright, come on, pay attention. Let's work here. And is it going to be funky? It's being funky. And the winches on this map have been more of a challenge than I expected. But you can... I could get it hooked to the line beforehand. Can we get it to connect again? I may need to rotate it. Oh, there it is. It's just very, very finicky. Hold on. We can get it. Oh, it's going to be... I may need to rotate it. Let's do this. My super speed's going to be way, way up. Let's put this rope away. All right, so let's grab this guy here. Let's try rotating him and see if that makes it easier to connect. So you can come in here, and you can connect this up. So wait, there it was, right there. Oh, is it not going to connect now? It was the other day, just fine. Well, the point is you can connect it up. The other thing you can do, because it doesn't actually work... Wow, that is fast. It doesn't actually work with the winch line. But the other thing you can do, and here's the interesting part. If I lower this down... There, you guys saw it there? Again, very sensitive with the triggers. Come on. It just hangs. We're going to get it. Now we have to get it. Nope. Thought we had it. Does it want to be up higher? This tractor is also so large for what we're trying to do. Okay. Show and tell time is getting into just telling instead of showing here. There it is. So you see that? I'll bring it up, we'll get out and we'll look at it. So the hook attaches right here on the side on the shackle, and you can have one on either side. So I'm not sure what you need the hooks for, but it does have a hook. So now the hook's on there, and it just exists. It just is happy to be here with us, just hanging out. So, but it is an attachment on the back of the tractor. So I don't know if you attach that to things or what, but this mod does a lot. What did I miss here? Yeah, all the extra stuff. Etany, if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. Welcome in. Yeah, I wasn't sure that worked either. Yeah, the powder coat. Powder coat, yeah, exactly. Can you use it to double the pulling power? Physics. I don't know, because you can pull 2 logs with this. You can double your winch lines already. So it's not like you need to do it. So we'll have to see. I had it attached to the winch rope on the Homestead series playthrough. So I found this little spot right here. And I think we're going to come in here and we're going to drop a sawmill and start doing just a little bit of light forestry work. Nothing too crazy. This is Gaming Joy's sawmill. What's the actual name of it? Industrial sawmill. This thing is absolutely insane. Oh, we have to own the land. Okay, perfect. We're buying another piece of land, guys. Gonna become land barons. Don't worry about it. 54. Buy. It's ours. All right, let's put the sawmill down. Yeah, if you have not played with Gaming Joy's industrial sawmill, it is crazy how good it is. There we go. Overlaps another object. I don't believe you. Okay, so now we're going to have to do a little bit of tree felling because we have to have access to the backside. So he has, this is the instant trigger version. So if we fell the trees this way, they will go in. Oh, they're supposed to go in and trigger right away. I didn't cut it far enough. That's on me. But if you cut the trees right into the trigger, they will drop right in. So that one is gone. That one went in. We'll use the winch to pull the other one. We just got to get a little bit of room to be able to drive around it. So here we are. No need to even delimb the trees or anything like that. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Connect to a tree and tree back to hook. I thought you figured out the Fent needed park in trees. John R.E. at 132, new subscriber, welcome in. Thank you, glad to have you. You are absolutely right, Rod. I agree. The snatch block would double the pulling power. So, maybe it just loops through, and then it comes back. The Grain Mill Plus, good mod, Isaac, good mod. So that one fell right into the trigger, and away it went. We're just clearing a big enough path that I can drive the Fent back here and pull some of these trees in. We're getting awfully close, because we have that one we cut down the other day that I left at the front that has been in the way for quite some time now. If you guys don't know, trees always fall to the left. So if you're planning the way you want trees to fall, that is an easy way to get that figured out. I think this guy's got to go too. The Fent is not. We don't need the Fent being in narrow trees. Do you have a John Deere? Yes, we have a 9RT on the farm, actually. It is our planting rig. Cutting 3 acres, I guess. Yeah, you know, just some light tree clearing. This is the fast and easy way to do it. Herman the Fence going to report you for destroying its habitat. It's probably on some sort of EPA protected list. I'm probably going to get a fine for this. You know, you can't do anything with your own land anymore. All right, let's call that good enough for now. So now with this mod, what we want to do, without driving in our barley field, we'll do one of these trees at a time, go drag the other one. So this one, you jump out, you grab the winch cable, and you bring it over to the tree. For me, I don't know why it is, but it takes 2 or 3 attempts to attach it. Are my controls not keybound properly here? The attaching the winch line has proven to be quite a challenge, and I do this all the time on the Homestead series. We bought this and use it in a bunch of upcoming episodes, and it is not a problem. John, I can show you the John Deere when we get back there. Absolutely not a problem. Why won't this attach? There must be something goofy going on, because this worked so well on the Homestead Challenge. We did have that problem with winches on this map last time. Let's try the other tree. Let's try one over here away from everything and see if that makes a difference. I'm going to be bummed if we don't get to use this thing, because it is a great mod. And don't take the experience here on this one. Here, John, you want to see it real quick? Drive right over here and show you. There is our John Deere 9RT in the shed, all hooked up to the planter, ready to go. Yeah, don't take this experience as an indication how the mod works. I've had great success with it on the Homestead series. Rod said he's used it a bunch, and I've not. This is the first time I've had any kind of problem with it. So Don't know if it's a mod conflict I have in here or if it is something maybe with the map and the types of trees or something else. But this, yeah, see, it won't even connect, but it really should. That's really too bad, guys, because this is such a nice mod. And it works really, really well the last couple times I've used it. So, all right, yeah, there's just, it will not attach. So, Kiwi Sim Farmer, welcome in. Glad to have you. Kiwi, I actually checked to see if I could catch some of your live stream this morning, but I don't think I was up early enough, so I'm sorry I missed that, but it looked like you had some fun. So, good to have you in. All right, well, the winch is not working, so we'll leave the forestry another time. I'll see if it's a mod conflict. We'll get it done. One of them, as soon as you reset, will work fine. Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so let's check on our animals. And like I said, I'm willing to get to corn planting today. Can we push either of these trees over in? I don't think we're going to be able to push this one over. We can give it a whirl, though. See if we're skilled enough of a driver. Probably not. Yeah, that one's just going to go into the woods. All right, we tried. Wanted to do some forestry. We'll have to get a crane. CB, welcome in. How's the weekend? It is going really well. How is your weekend going, bud? CB is another guy. He's doing some big start from scratch style farming as well. Yeah, check out Kiwi's channel. Check out CB's channel. We talked earlier about Nacho. Check those guys out. Putting out some good content. CB's got a really interesting start from scratch. He's got some huge fields going. Sayer James, welcome in. Appreciate the kind words. Yeah, absolutely. Join Discord. Love to connect with you over there. Walter. We're not playing as a community today. We do have a community server over in Discord, though. If you're looking for something like that, we actually have a poll on that right now about what we want to do with the community server. So by all means, feel free to jump over there, join the Discord, put your vote in, and go from there. I love how the third person running is so funny. Sorry, just want to entertain myself for a minute. All right, checking the animals, and then I think we're probably going to go right into get some corn planting done. So again, nothing with diseases, no new messages. Let's check the monitor menu here. And there's nothing being reported here. So we don't have anything. We had the disease menu earlier, so let's see. Down here, we come over here, diseases. So none of the animals are showing sick here. We have 17,000 liters of pig food. We have 11,000 liters of slurry, quite a bit of straw, and the manure is doing fine. So the animals are fine if we want to sleep through a day or two. Over here, 14 animals, 65,000 liters of food, lots of straw, no milk yet. We have manure and slurry, so we are good to go. Hey. CB, that's a great story. Went to karaoke last night, watched my wife sing and drinking beer. Lots of thanks for the shout. Absolutely, CB. I think that's that thing, the adventure you're going on that map. He's got some huge fields, so very, very cool. All right, I want to check the crop calendar. We may sleep through 2 days. I want to get to planting, guys. Yeah, so we need to get to corn. Corn's going to be in April, so let's just get through the next 2 days because I want to plant the corn. And I don't see any reason to hang out in the middle of winter when there's nothing to do. Industrial sawmill, we're going to turn everything on, burn through that wood that we got in there. We'll set that to storing. We'll go grab it later. So here we are, 9:30. Get a quick sleep in. Because I am excited for how well course play is going to work on our cornfield. All right. $680 in monthly monitor subscriptions. That is hail. Holy goodness, that is hail. All right, let's go check the pigs, and we'll go back to sleep. If we're just going to keep losing pigs, or it's not going to be much of a pig farm here, guys. All right, so menu. Yeah, this is crazy, guys. So starting down here at, wow, look at all these messages from March. 12 babies, 12 babies, 12 babies, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 pigs died to diarrhea. The pen's got to smell terrible at this point. I mean, there's just no way around that. And then we had 2 animals die due to accidents. Guys, I don't know. Oh, no, they contracted. So it wasn't, I miscounted. Okay, so they contracted. So we actually have to figure this out here. So which animals got sick? So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11 animals contracted porcine epidemic diarrhea. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them died and another contracted it. That, guys, I don't know what to tell you. These animals are unsustainable at this point. Yeah, CB, the one field takes an hour off camera. I believe it. Pigs do smell bad. Only animal manure that's hard to on the nose. Courseplay is nice to use. I start with Courseplay and Farming Simulator, then 1578, 1925. Yep. Can you get medicine so the herdsman can treat? Great question, Nuke. We got to do something here. Yeah, so Merv, yeah. So it is telling us they contracted. Now, I'm guessing these messages are all coming through at midnight. So if we come back here, it has said we have more animals sick than died. Hey! Hey, look at this. $150, we can treat it. Can we make this menu any bigger? I think it's only 1 animal that we can treat. So does that mean we have to like check in like every couple hours on the pig? So we have 1 animal that is being treated out of all those. Yeah, rip to the piggies. I agree. That is, we are not being very good pig owners right now. All right, and no new animals were bought. The herdsman cannot find any animals to buy for the cows. So I wonder if, do we need to come in here and actually do a quick reset? Yeah, look at all these animals, all this orange and yellow. It's like the Angus are just low quality. I don't know if that's due to the fact that they're meat animals or what, but most of these cows, man, most of them are not very nice. Like, here's a good one. There's a Holstein that's pretty nice. Let's try a quick reset on the animal dealer and see if that changes anything for us, because that is crazy that we're just not able to buy any animals and all of our pigs just keep dying. All right, so coming back in here, scroll back down to our Angus. All right, so that one is good overall. Probably not, and is 13 months, so not terrible. I mean, this one, ugly frosty. I mean, probably need to buy that one. Yeah, I mean, this one, they're just average, extremely bad, very bad. Okay, we have an extremely good bull. I guess we'll buy that guy. We have so many good bulls, but we just don't need a bunch of bulls. We need cows and heifers. It's insane to me that we have so few good animals. We got 1 calf and 1 bull out of all that. That is ridiculous. All right. 1 more sleep, and then we're on to corn. And get back into our planting and cutting and harvesting seasons. We want to start early if we're going to plant. And we'll see what happens with the pigs. Maybe we saved them. Yeah, we have more messages. Says we have new message with pig. Man, everything greened up. Look at that in April. Whoa. The shader cache, though, with everything changing and getting leaves on it. That is some lag getting started out here in the morning. Reloading everything. All right. Good news or bad news? Let's see. Contracted, died. Yeah, I mean, guys, this is untenable. The messages for April start right here, and they go on. So we gave birth to an incredible number of babies: 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120. 134, 144, 146. Yeah, I mean, we're like 170 pigs we gave birth to. There's even more here. But then contracted, died due to an accident, contracted. And then look at all these died. All these died up here. That is insane. Well, and none of our animals are treatable right now. It seems like we're just losing a lot of pigs for the sake of losing a lot of pigs, guys. That is disappointing. But we have other things to do, so we'll figure out the pigs another day. Yeah, video card needs more coffee. I agree. And that's a 4070 Ti Super. Farm Sim is... I turned my graphics way down because I had all kinds of challenges with running ultra graphics, and I really shouldn't have. There are other games I play, and I can get great graphics. But Farm Sim, for some reason, it likes to eat up the frames. Alright, so we have the barley in here. We're going to unload and load up for corn, because we should be ready to plant corn. Correct, guys? Let's take a quick look here. We are ready for corn. That is good news. Maybe even, when do parsnips go in? Should we do that field back up? Oh, we could plant carrots, guys. Just saying. We could plant carrots. Is there a way to stop them, like them dying off? That's part of the realistic animal or the realistic livestock mod, CB. I think outside of uninstalling the mod, that is just base game. I don't think we have any control over like those types of settings. I didn't want to hit save, so now it's going to be a second before I can click over. He said the thing, Herman. Yeah, I don't think we have any... I mean, animal death... Okay, so animal death. Animals will die due to pregnancy, health, age, or accidents. I mean, we could turn it off, but then what's the point of playing with a realistic livestock mod? It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. I mean, do we turn it off for now and go 1 month and see what happens? All right, now here is the question I was thinking about while we were loading this up. So I want to empty this because we're going to take the barley seeds out and we're going to put the corn seeds in, right? So we talked about... Oh, Rod, it's 50 or 100. We're on low as far as that setting goes. So when you come down here, chance of death, chance of accident, 50%, food scope, and that's it. You turn it on, it is, I guess you can go, you can't go lower. Maybe that got updated too. It used to be 50 or 100. But accidents only killing 1 to 2 animals per month, and we have over 100. So the accident's like a 1 to 2% chance, even at 50. So we turn it down a little bit, but, you know. Doesn't seem to make a huge difference. Well, let's try that. So if I go to unload this, it's going to unload the liquid fertilizer as well, right? There's no way to only unload the seed. So we're going to have to collect all that back up. Oh, let's see. Oh, did we put in... We have 36,000 liters of barley seed. Well, let me tell you what's about to happen here, guys. We are going to easy dev that out because that is, I think we used the bulk fill station and that is way too much. So we're going to empty the seed. Yeah. We don't want to deal with 47 pallets of barley seed. That seems like a bad way to spend our morning. Plant the carrots or I remove my like. I love it, CB. CB do a silage series. Yeah, I mean, CB's doing some cool stuff over there. Let's grab our carrot. Now you guys got me talking carrots. See? You guys got it on the brain now. Let's grab our corn seed and let's fill up our planter, and so we can head out and... Oh, that is tight in there. And go get the corn planted, and then if there's time at the end of the episode, we'll throw some carrots into the old parsnip field. All right, seems like we're in a good spot here. Do we need to turn it on? What is there an open cover command? That is unfold, unload. Doesn't look like we have an open cover. Let's try, oh, there we go. Okay, we do. So the cool thing about the Pro boxes is, unlike the other pallets, when they are empty, the pallet doesn't disappear. So we get to keep the Pro boxes and we get to reuse them. So I think what I want to do as we're doing this is, how do we open the lid on the Pro box? That's Z. Okay, so you can see the Pro box is empty. That is great news. Let's get these empty ones stored on a different shelf. So we'll put the empty ones on the middle shelf so we remember that we need to fill them up. Excellent, excellent. John, I wanted to do it on the map, but the silage sells for so little, it's not worth it. I'll put it on the map. Yeah, silage is not a big money maker. I'm doing silage on New Frontier, and I think I sold 22,000 liters the other day and got $6 grand. Oh my. What is this? What just happened, guys? I thought I was taking the lid off the the Pro box. Okay. All right. I mean, great. Now we're in this position. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure what this does, but we're way up in the air. Are we getting close enough to do that? There we go. Emptying in. IDK, welcome in. What farming sim should I get on Xbox One? I can't play the current games, the new games. 22 is very good. I like 22 quite a bit. 19 is also a great game. So, you know, either of those. I don't know what the... if any of, I think some of them go on Game Pass from time to time, so it could be worth looking at that. 15, 17, or 19. 24 should be... No. Yeah, not gonna launch. Oh, MJ, I misunderstood what you meant about that. Yeah, that was surprising. I was not expecting this when I hit that button. That was a complete surprise. This thing looks absolutely ridiculous with the cab up in the air, but hey, you know, it just fits the series, I guess. And grab it. Oh boy. $23 is mobile IDK. So that probably isn't going to help you on Xbox. So I would say if what John said is accurate, which I believe it to be, then I would look at 19. If you have the ability to get that, that'd be a good one. I sold 100,000 liters of silage and got like 8K. Yeah. Hey, CB, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. Is soybeans a lot worth to do? Yeah, soybeans are great. Soybeans aren't a lot of productions in the base game, so they're typically considered a cash crop, which is perfectly fine. But a lot of other crops you can do, you can get into productions and do other things with them. So if you're looking for a cash crop, I would say soybeans are the way to go. I know on like Judith Plains, where we have the 555 series, I can make soy milk, which really isn't of very much interest to me. But that is one of the few productions I know for soybeans. So if you want a cash crop, go for it. Dishanul, got a question. Why do we call the letter W, it's not double V? I agree. But I also can't write cursive, so despite all the years of practice, so probably on me. John Deere and the feed lot. I'm not sure what you mean by that one, John. You're talking about the feedlot mod, the one that holds like 1,000 cattle. That one is a good mod. Let's get this one opened. The feedlot, and it has some very cool additions in FS25. It was a neat mod in FS22. They flushed it out with FS25, and it works very, very well. Just can't quite see that it's emptying. There, I can just get just a touch of it from that angle. Right there. Hig, that was at least 2 crashes. Yeah, the feedlot mod, it's nice. It's super easy if you just want a ton of cattle. It's obviously not very realistic. I don't think that's a problem. It's just, if you're thinking about the way that works, you're putting 1,000 cattle in something that's, 100 by 100 or something like that, then that can be a bit of a challenge. Too hot to go to the sun, so why don't we go to the sun at night when the sun is turned off? There was a joke about that. I think it was the Indian, as in the country of India, their space program had some plan to go to a planet at night where it would be cooler, and that just doesn't work out, so got to be careful with that stuff. All right. Almost done with the Pro boxes. This is exactly what I was hoping this was going to turn into, minus the Fendt having some sort of go-go gadget cab attached to it, which we're figuring out not a problem. That was a complete surprise, but the use of the Pro boxes is turning out to be very, very cool. Yeah, Hig, there's 7 or 8. There's another crash counter. Maybe I should be hitting something else right now. Let's see. Just a little paint. No big deal. The Fendt's an Autobot. Okay, what's the other question? Getting the seed in, almost done with the corn. Gonna run down to the field after this and get started. Mosquitoes can fly, but flies can't mosquito. A good play on words there, bud. All right. 3 more boxes. Almost done with the corn filling for the morning. I appreciate you subscribing, Dishanul. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, that's the roof. Well, that top shelf may present a bit of a challenge. All right, not too bad. Trying to make sure to remember to open the lids so that we can get these filled later. Take them back up to the shop. Super sensitive on this one. There we go. All right. Got another one additional. Let's hear it. Almost done with the corn seed. Why don't they call him fantastic? Good one. Have I seen DJ Goham? Yes. DJ Goham puts out some great content. An absolute mainstay in the Farm Sim 25 world. Well, in the Farm Sim world, and all of them. He's done a ton to get the game on the map and a lot of popularity. His updates series every day, Farm Sim News, the show, the Farm Sim show with him, and Clutch Simulations. He's actually the guy that probably got me into Farm Sim years ago. One more Pro Box after this one. Getting awfully close. We'll head down there and we'll have wild amounts of success with the cornfield. I appreciate that. We have a good time. We laugh a lot on this stream. All right, one more. One more is good. After that, I think we take a break. And throw it in. Wrong C word. Nuke. You know, Nuke, if you don't play nice, I'll get all loaded up. We'll drive over to the field, and I'll have carrots selected, and I'll end the stream, and you won't even get to see them planted. Just tease you guys with the carrots. We're not lined up. Seemed like a pretty good spot to me. There we go. Techno Club, welcome in. Nice to meet you too. Hope you're having a great day. Nuke, I can see you doing that. We'll put the planter on the ground and up, and that's the end of the stream, guys. It's been such a great stream. Love having you guys here. Nothing to see with anything to do with the other C word. Trying to figure out, is it just... Okay, so it's just the two cameras, even though the Fent does all this crazy stuff. I did not know this Fent did that. That was an absolute surprise. So now, let's see. If I switch back to the Fent, what was it to unfold? There we go. Must have bumped the unfold button, because that was not the button I thought we were on. And slide it on home. Catches a fish, called the fishing. Catches a fly, call him flying. Techno, you also play this? Great. All right. Well, this is the pallet add-on mod that Rod was nice enough to share with. This allows us to connect to pallets without having to have the fork attachment. It does add it when you do it, but now it is on there and attached. So we need to find something to put this seed into so we can eventually get it back into Pro Boxes. So we'll have to figure all that out. But for now, we are going to head down to the big field at the end, down by the stone quarry, and get the corn planted, because of course, oh goodness gracious, pigs, that's gonna be costly. War Thunder, I've tried War Thunder, not my style. This is where Hig jumps in and says something like, crashing into the grain bins is not a good idea. Just laying the knowledge on. All closed up. Oh, went right past it. Trying to make sure we're on corn for when we get down there. Interesting that it has 12,688 liters of corn, and we put in, oh, because the Pro boxes are partials. They're bushels, so like 1546. That's right. I thought they were even numbers. Like, that's weird that we didn't get a full box. Start getting unfolded here. And this is the setup that we have not had problems with it going into the trees. So, hopefully, that continues. And the John Deere continues to be one of our more reliable vehicles. Alright. And I have to remember... Didn't we have the roller on this one, guys? I guess we do, because it's... Okay, it's actively rolling. It's just not showing as an attachment. Must be overlapping. Can't see it. Okay, course play. We're just going to leave this on and see where it goes. Yeah, we do. The roller's on there. Just didn't show up. It was weird. Usually you can see the attachment on the back. All right, we got to check our transitions and make sure they aren't crossing over any of our fence lines. That looks pretty good. Outside of the usual and potential issues of getting tractors in trees, I think we are... Oh, let's not do that. Nope, first waypoint. I think we're about good to go here. Will 12,686 liters of corn be enough? I sure hope so. Yep, a lot of course play on this one. Moving right along. Now, what's interesting is the John Deere has not had as many problems with course play, and we're doing the outside rows, so we will see how all of that turns out. Ooh, that might be a little bit too fast. Maybe we slow him down just a little bit so he's not skidding around quite so much. Yeah, working well. Alrighty, well, let's let him work for a minute. And let's see about what we want to do next. Just checking on one thing here real quick. All right. He is working well. Are we going to make it all the way around the field without issue? Could be good. All right, good to go. Just checking the vertical stream chat, and I think it is all in order, so we are good to go there. Do I run a fast farming mod, John? No, I have real speed put on in combination with course play that will do both of those things. All right, with that done, I think we need to get another load of stone brought into, look at that, love the lime hitting that machine. Look at that, looks so nice. The graphics in FS25 are tremendous. The lighting, the dirt masks, that is really, really good looking right there. Love that. All right, so let's go grab, I think we grabbed the Punkin Peterbilt and check and see about getting some more stones in here. I'm still thrilled that we had the Mac repair itself all on its own. Found that. That was exciting. Don't always get lucky with that stuff. Head down to the stone quarry, get some more stones. We have $796,000 and it's spring. Should we buy this field over here to our left? We were going to buy it last fall when it was full of corn and we were going to harvest it. And we didn't get to it in time, and it was harvested before we got there. But should we buy that and put something in it since we can play time for a carrot field? I mean, maybe we put carrots in there. I mean, we'd have to find something else to do with the parsnip field. Find something else, but we could plant carrots in there. Maybe we'll go reload that barley seed when we're done. And claim its carrot seeds instead. Oh, and Mike, I did promise we'd go over folders too, so we should get that done since we're in the downhill slide of the stream. Probably another 45 minutes or so, enough to get the corn planted and either be ready for carrots for next episode or get them started tonight, depending. I would say somebody landscaped a little bit too much grass into the road here. That may or may not have been me. Yeah, I think that's probably not supposed to be grass. That is the wrong color. Which one do we think it is? No, just like any county road out there. All kinds of stains and everything on it. Okay, good enough. At least the grass is out of the road. Yeah, so Mike, you're right. The folders are incredible for course play. Because, you know, as we talked about setting up the course play for this map, you know, with all the vehicles and all the parking spots, man, look at that John Deere navigating the fences. You know, Hig, John Deere is not red, and it is doing a fairly decent job. It's going to be hard to complain about it. But with all the parking spots, wow, that is a lot of stone. All the parking spots alone, just getting those out of auto drive. Yes, Rod, keeping me honest. All of the parking spots in auto drive, there we go. It clutters everything up. So once you have those spots and you have them assigned to the vehicle, there's really no benefit to having them in the menu anymore. So to be able to put them into a folder is a huge help. So let's see. Yep, maybe we need a track vent nuke. Just so it can wander off and get more places. Which one is the tracked Fendt? What is that? The MT, the Vario MT 900 or something like that? Is that the tracked one? If I was going to go with a tracked Fent, because the modeling is the same in base game, I actually prefer some of the Challenger models to the Fents. I think this the yellow color and the detailing on them I find to be more visually pleasing for the same, basically the same tractor. Got the New Holland working. You can use Courseplay to operate the loader. Interesting. I have not tried that. I've used Courseplay for silage bunkers. I have not used it for the loader. On PC, yeah, John, or Jacoby, yeah, I'm on PC. All right, gentlemen in the vertical chat, let's be well behaved. Just having a good time playing some Farm Sim today. Mike, you're right. I told you. I did mention it earlier. It's always, you know, it's like when you go to a large family gathering, right? And there's like, you know, like maybe like down here, Thanksgiving, that type of thing, or Christmas, or whatever holiday. And, you know, there's like the main table. And then there's the other table. Sort of like that. All right, let's grab the Punkin Peterbilt. And let's head on back to the farm, get our stones dropped off. Hig did say he would share a picture when he got a chance of, or he said he'd hope to share a picture of the inside of his Pete. I'd love to see that. The older trucks are so cool. Let this guy go. He's going to come this way anyways. If we don't let the delivery truck go, he'll come this way, so may as well get going. Ishanu, who you talking to, bud? Settle down. Let's get this guy heading back over. No, John, I don't play Minecraft. Never got into that. That was not a thing when I started playing games. Minecraft is actually a game I don't really understand much of. I know the kids these days love it, but not for me. So $800,000. Let's get the stones dropped off, and then let's head over to the map and see about buying that field between us and the cornfield, and we'll make a nice, sizable carrot field. The field will be sponsored by Nike. The first ever sponsored carrot field. It'll be a good one. Letting that empty real quick. And let's see. Just want to check one thing. Here we are. Get him parked up. All right. Sorry, guys, just cleaning up vertical chat here real quick. All better now. What map mod do you like? John, I play a lot of maps, so you know, it doesn't make a big difference to me. You know, I like maps that, you know, I like maps that are well built. They can be huge American-style maps. They can be start from scratch maps like New Frontier or New Hope. I'm actually debating, the guys were asking the other day about maybe a European-style series. So wondering if maybe we should jump over there when Realistic Cattle Ranch wraps up and do something with a bunch of Massey Fergusons over in Europe. So does not really matter to me very much as long as it's fun to play. So Field 60 is $439,000. So, all right, Nike guys over here, I'm investing $500,000 just under into your carrot endeavor. So, and then we get our 15% discount for the field. So 15% discount to do carrots. Nuke, if you have not heard about the Rod Challenge on Dakota 16X, if you're on PC and can run 16X maps, I actually, like, he's pulling a lot of guys in with his rules. Carrot farming is big in Europe. Herman, you're not helping. It is the Rod Challenge. Hey, I mean, you came up with it. I'm giving you all the credit. The Rod Challenge that he's doing on the Dakota 16X map is really, really cool. So I'll let Rod do more talking about it if he wants to. Rod, feel free to share in the chat or in Discord, or if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine too. But basically, he has some restrictions on what vehicles he can use and, you know, the number of productions. And then the cool thing to me is that he has a goal of owning a certain portion of the map, but he can only buy fields that touch fields he already owns. So there's some really cool the stuff he's been doing on there, and Rod's been working through some mod challenges. But the rules he has on the Dakota 16X map, which I think is a great map, hands down, just to begin with, I think is a really, really cool way to play that map. So I would definitely look at that if you want to. And I believe if you jump into the Discord, Nuke, and go over to the general discussion channel, Rod posted his latest version of his rules in response to a comment from Volmer, who is the map creator for Dakota 16X. So they should be in there in the recent chats in the general section. I don't know, guys. John Deere doing a good job. I'll have to look for the Nike crew. I'll have to look for... they have some of those mods for multiplayer where you can put like signs and stuff down, like, you know, BP's farm or, you know, Mike's farm or whatever else. Maybe I'll load one of those in for the next stream, and we'll have the Nike carrot field. We'll get a sign up for there as well. Yeah, Rod, that's a great idea. Yeah, you can ping Rod and do that. And if you guys, if a number of you guys start playing on that Dakota 16X map with that rules, I'll drop a channel in Discord. We can do a 16X, you know, whatever challenge, the Rod Challenge channel, for you guys to go in and play that, because it's a cool take on how to play that map. And it really, what I liked about it was that it really plays well with how big the fields are. Like, Rod started out and he did that $500,000 grass cutting contract, which took, you know, all day and half the night, and got paid really well, but it didn't stop or change the flow of the gameplay. So it was really, again, I really liked it. Yeah, hardcore, econo, crop calendar, only contracts with owned equipment, no leasing, no loans, start with no money, but can sell the starting equipment, 2 productions per year, you can place, and 3-day months. Just so you think it's too soon for a parsnip field, Nuke. Can only buy touching lands. End goal is to own the whole northeast quadrant of the map. See, Rod, when I was thinking about jumping in and starting on that one last night, which I probably will jump in on that map at some point and start that one a little bit, my main playthrough on Dakota both 4X and 16X was that northeast corner. And I love that northeast corner, that sort of gravel lot that you start with, that empty farmland, is where I set up my farm. So I'd want to do it in a different corner, but I love the idea. It's a cool 3,875 acres. Well, I mean, for Hig, that's called Friday. For the rest of us, you know, that's a bit of much. All right, so here we go. John Deere, is it transitioning from headlands to up and downs? Here we are, guys. Wild amounts of success on the cornfield. He might take away our sign privileges. I mean, we could go from sign privileges to headstones, and just here lies the field that was once dedicated to Nike. All right. Well, that is going well. $430,000. So you know what, guys? I've got an idea to wrap up the stream here. We got about 30 more minutes, and I got to head out and get some stuff done. New call, calm down. I mean, I haven't banned the carrot reaction in Discord yet, but I haven't checked Discord since I started streaming, so it could be a bit of a challenge. I want to go big, guys. I want to do something. Let's do this real quick. 30 minutes is going to be tough to get this in time-wise, but I want to do it, so we're gonna push for it. We're grabbing the T800, which I left staged. So I set the parking here so that we could just load it here. Let's run to the shop, and let's get a legit root crop planting setup. We may have to use the Fendt to pull it, because I don't think we have enough money to buy a big tractor to pull it. And the John Deere is already committed elsewhere. But let's take the Kenworth down, and let's find something that does root crops, and maybe even something semi-realistic. Jay in the chat. Seriously, on carrots though. Jay, we just bought a field to plant carrots. We're embracing our inner carrot. We are all identifying as carrots today. I mean, Jay, it's your fault. You weren't here to help protect me. You weren't on my side, Jay. You're usually on my side. They ganged up on me when you weren't here. I was all alone. Team Nike bullied me into carrots. Jay, I hope you're having a great day. But I was talking about you earlier in the stream. We had some people on the vertical that were asking about the difference between mobile and console and PC farm sim. And they were asking about, you know, can you control the days? And I was saying, I was talking about you and your 28-day months earlier and thinking about that. That is absolute insanity. Oh, yeah, real things? Absolutely. No worries, bud. Glad you're here now. Thanks for stopping by. Nike would never just suggest. We still have that silly silage chaff trailer down here we never did anything with. It definitely was the carrot reaction on Discord that turned the tides in our favor. You know, it's like a political campaign, right? You just got to get your message out there enough. If you're just the loudest one, generally people just assume that that's the way you should vote or talk or decide because they've heard it more than anything else. Just overwhelming publicity, regardless of content or intention or any kind of actual value. Just keep spamming it out there. All right, so let's see. What do we have? What could we actually buy? Do we have anything in the sale that would do root crops? Next, we'll be doing cotton. That'll be the next thing you guys want me to do. All kinds of craziness. Nothing in here for root crops so far. That'll do potatoes. We're not looking for potatoes. I did see your pictures, Jay. The pumpkins, those look cool. Merv, all in for cotton. With the Colossus, I don't mind doing cotton. Before the Colossus pack came out, cotton was a disaster. All right, so let's see. Root crops. Now, planting them I do so infrequently, we're going to have to actually figure out what the equipment is. Potato planter. Vegetables, is that, vegetables? Vegetable planters, okay. Why are the vegetable harvest machines this size? And like this. 637,000. And then the planting machines are going to be absolutely tiny. All right, what do we need here? How many of these do we need? What is this? Tools used to create ridges in which the plants can reside. So this has to be attached to, like, it's like a pack, right? You buy both of these, is that right? Tools used to create ridges in which the vegetables are afterwards. Wheel weights and tractor. Do we buy, is it both of these? No, 3 meters, 6 meters. 6 meters? This has got to have something else. There's got to be some kind of... No, just the weight? Are you telling me I can buy this and I can just plant carrots? There's no way. There's another piece to that. Clothes do pay good, I agree. Oh, real vehicle breakdowns. Interesting. All right, guys. There's more pieces to this. Where are the other pieces? There's no way this does the entire thing. There's no capacity on this. Right? This is just the header that plants. So what does this attach to? Yeah, this one has no capacity either. How do we plant these things, guys? There's definitely something else that they attach to. That is it. That preps for planting. The capacity is 32 liters. I hope not on the field we're going to. Let's see if we... Can we come in here and do this? Yeah, so like this one does potatoes. Mike, I don't know. I've never been crazy or bored enough to do carrots. Thanks, Mike. Just want me to do them. Love it. One preps, one plants, I believe. The carrot crew doesn't even know how to plant carrots. That's the hilarious part. So, plant potatoes. Creates ridges, which allow you can plant your vegetables afterwards. Wheel weights tractor are required for use. You too, Mike, absolutely. All right. Jay says, trust me, I use it in RGC backcountry. Okay. Okay, I mean, if that's it, right? Then that's what it is. Okay, so let's go back and let's get the carrot planters. This one does 6. That one does 3. This one does 6. Okay, so we're going to buy 2 of these. And then we need a couple of tractors to pull them. They require 270 horsepower. So let's hit them with a medium tractor. What are we thinking? Need something I can buy 2 of for $311,000. That is going to be tough to find something with enough horsepower to do it. The Kubota goes to 200. We need 270. Yikes. It's going to be 2 of these Nemesis, but they're going to be... Yeah, we're only going to be able to buy 1 for right now. All right, well, we'll use... You know what we'll use? We'll use the JCB back at the farm. But otherwise, I use a multi-planter. Yeah, the multi-planter for sure. But we're doing carrots, and we're going to do them the right way. Okay. Let's dive on in. See what we can get here. See how much I'm going to regret this. want that front weight, doesn't it? Can we pop this guy with a front weight? Okay, we're in the shop trigger, so it's not working. Parsnips did pay very, very good. I agree. I assume carrots are going to be similar as far as payout. Can we get this one on the top deck completely out of the way? Answer is sort of. Got a strap on it so we don't lose it. Prepare to be disappointed. Oh, Jay, love the honesty. $1.3 million on those 62 acres. All right. I'm thinking the way this is playing out, what we might do, even though I did threaten nuke with this earlier and it was only a joke, is we might actually just get fully staged and start with the carrot planting tomorrow night, because we have tomorrow night 9:30, so it's Monday and Tuesday live streams this week in the evening, and then Friday afternoon stream, because I'll be gone for the weekend and want to get our guys in from across the pond. Want to make sure they get at least one stream a week, so hopefully they can make it. But either way, Monday, Tuesday 9:30, and Friday 1:30 p.m. There is a small chance that Friday's 1:30 p.m. stream could stretch out to be a two-parter. Might do like 1:30 to, say, 4:30, and then do a reset and come back on Friday night. I do have to be on the road pretty early Saturday morning, so it would be an early evening stream if we come back, or I might just push the afternoon one to be a bit longer, so we will have to see how that works. But I'm thinking we do the carrots starting tomorrow night so we can fully enjoy them. Andrew, welcome back in. It's going well. We bought a new field. We're planting carrots. So, you know, the usual. As long as you're not getting in trouble, Nuke. As a weatherman around here once said, we are here to repair you, not to scare you. That John Deere is making short work of this field. However, why is it stopped? Did our pro boxes run out? Are we out of seed? We might be at a natural endpoint here tonight, guys. We might just have to pick this up tomorrow. Needs to be refilled. All right. I think that might be a good stopping point then here, guys. So we'll start tomorrow with getting the pro boxes refilled. Ivan, welcome in. Jocko, welcome in. Is that trailer a PC mod? Yes, that is the Kalen Siebert 48-foot trailer, and I believe it's by DRXML. All the mods are available on my mod list in Discord. If you join over there and go to the Backroads County channel, it is pinned at the top. But that is the Kalen Siebert 48, a great trailer. Love it, a good one. Ivan, I'd love to answer whatever that is. I assume that's some sort of good evening. But it didn't translate to English for me, so I just don't know. Well, guys, I think we're going to call it there. I think it's not worth getting into carrots. I don't want to do it at the end of the stream. I think we start the carrots tomorrow. Dobra is good, so probably good evening if I had to guess. Jocko, I play on console. Yep, that's a tough one. One of the better console trailers out there, Jocko, is the what did it come with? It's a trailer that came with the Silver Run Forest pack in FS22. It's got the extendable middle. It's got a good width on it. That's a nice one, too. If I have that one installed, let's see. Nuke had to buy himself a membership. Nuke, welcome in, bud. I appreciate you. After you dropped at 5, gifted as well. Really, really appreciate you. Let's see. Low loaders. Is it the Landau? Is it this one? Nope, it's not that one. There's one for Silver Run. The one that does the containers. That is a really neat trailer. See if it's in here. Let's see. Flatbed. No, I may not have it installed. That may be part of the problem. The Flegel is the replacement for that one, but it's the old one from FS22. Yeah, I don't have it installed. That is a good flat deck trailer for console as well. Roderick, we tried. You guys spammed the gifted subs tonight. It was incredible. Thank you guys all for everything. Sean Allison, I subscribed to your channel and like the stream. Sean, welcome in. Glad to have you. Glad you made it. We're just wrapping up here, but we are live again tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We are going to get the John Deere that's back here. We're going to refill our Pro Box seed boxes, bring them down to the field side, and refill that. We might even have some fun with maybe some sort of seed cart or seed trailer as well. We could play with that too, depending on how that all works out. And then as the team Nike here is, we're going to work on maybe even finding them a sign for their field. But we have 2 carrot planters. We got the new versatile tractor we just picked up, and we'll bring the JCB down and get this giant. Let's see. So this field is 43 acres. So Jay, not quite as big as yours on the 62 on the carrots, but we will get there. Jay, I'm dreading going back to my game later. I have some 100-odd acres of sunflowers to fertilize and lime. Still 3 hours left to go on the liming. Sounds like you need to increase the speed on that one, Jay. So, guys, thank you so much for a great stream this afternoon. Love the Sunday streams. Super chill. Good time had by all. Excited to get into the carrots. We're going to be carrot farmers by the end of this. You know, I don't know. Who was it earlier? I got to look back up there that made the comment. See if I can even find it real quick. I feel like it was either... Oh, I don't want to accuse the wrong guy. Someone mentioned when I was talking about going back to some European maps that the European maps do carrots. So maybe we need to go to Europe and figure out what European carrot farming looks like for one of our next series. We'll do all that. But thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Really appreciate everybody. Oh, Matt Fritz stopping in. Awesome stream. Appreciate you. Time to go back to the Supercuts. Thank you, Matt, for being here and hanging out. Skeptic Cowboy, thank you as well. Guys, again, thank you for everything. Killer stream. As usual, you guys made the time fly by. I would mention that channel memberships are available, but clearly they are because we got dumped on with gifted memberships tonight. Just incredible. The gifted memberships do get you early access to videos. So if you got one tonight, you get early access to videos. Should be 1 week early, and I just did that schedule this afternoon. So check out the early videos. If you're not part of the Discord, by all means, yeah. Roots, I got you. Right after this, I'm going to ping you when I get off. If you're not part of the Discord, join. We have a killer community over there. Carrots grow upside down in Europe, Rod. That is funny. Join the Discord, and if you are a channel member or were gifted a channel membership, make sure your Discord and YouTube accounts are linked, and it will carry your membership benefits over to the Discord servers as well. And lastly, just want to send a shout out to Roots and Andre, who have been managing our community server over there and doing an excellent job. There is a poll up on that, and I expect Roots and I are going to connect after stream and talk about a couple of things. But I think we have some exciting stuff coming with the multiplayer server, and I'm so appreciative for those guys putting it on and everyone participating. I know Higgs has been on there. I know a couple other people have been trying to get on, and we're working on making sure it's accessible to everybody. So make sure to stop by and check out the multiplayer server and vote in the poll, which I think has a couple of hours left. Yep. Yeah, more polls coming with a server restart, Root says. So, yeah, we're working on that. I think it's coming very soon. But, guys, thank you so much. Incredible stream. You guys are all amazing. If it's nighttime for you guys, hope you had a great weekend and get some sleep before you head into the work week. If it's still afternoon, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. But thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope to see a bunch of you guys back tomorrow night, 9:30 for the stream. Have a great one, guys.